Um, Shout out to IBFP. Shout out to Bruce fucking Vane and everybody that's on that channel staff. Shout out to my dog, Unbiased or Biased Boxer Talk. I was real busy yesterday, so I couldn't get around to this unified live right here that we got on the screen. You know, um, it's crazy because Errol Spence was talking all that shit, and we told y'all, man. See, we keep the same energy. We told y'all that you fanboys is fucking it up for a lot of these PBC fighters. Y'all hyping these guys up, making them feel like they superstars and whatever else, right? This guy talked himself into a situation where ain't no getting out of this, bro. Ain't no getting out of this. Okay. Roasted. It's get roasted season. This guy got to get this flame because he let it be known he was going to be the first one to stop Shawn Porter. He said he was going to be the showstopper. He said it was going to be a man down. This is what he guaranteed was going to happen. So, what's up, dog? What's going on, bro? Won't cross the street promotions. Strap season unless you're on the other side of the street. What up, Larry Hoover? What's going down? Chin Smoke, my dog, Unbiased or Biased Boxing Talk, one of the realest channels on YouTube, hands down, hands down. About to send a link in a minute, Unbiased. Larry Hoover say, facts, Errol ain't no damn boogeyman. Bud will box circles around him. We ain't gonna even talk about no Bud smoke because a lot of niggas in the hood smoke Bud, but for some reason he don't want no smoke with Bud Crawford. He don't want no part of no Bud. He like, I drink. He said like Craig, I drink. We know that, right? I'm hearing this guy got excuses now. Ah man, I gotta stop ballooning up in weight. You think? You think, nigga? This guy, I ain't got no nutritionist. I ain't got no strength and conditioning coach. Right? You bragged about that. I get it out the mud. I get it out the mud. Right, Larry Hoover? He get it out the mud. What did you get out the mud in this Shawn Porter fight? Where was it at? What did you get out? I don't understand. This is the thing about it too, because we exposing Derrick James too. But you the face of this whole shit. Team Spence, the unified lie. I watched the fight twice. Okay, twice. I was more convinced the second time than when I watched it the first time, and I had the same result. Oh, Shawn Porter clearly beat Errol Spence's ass. He clearly did. This is not no bullshit. This ain't no hate. Nigga, when I'm watching fights, I'm not even thinking about whether I like these niggas or not. I'm like, who the fuck gonna win this fight? Who's winning the fight? That's where my mind be at. Y'all niggas is worried about emotions. A lot of y'all. Oh, man, what they gonna say about Errol Spence for not manning down Shawn Porter? Oh, we're gonna say a lot. We'll say a whole lot. What you talking about? Y'all already know over here. You're gonna get a whole earful of that real shit. What's up, Samuel Shaw? What it do? Hey, real quick, if y'all haven't already, go to the channels tab and subscribe to all of my brothers there. Also, I added the most recent channel I added is IBFP Raw. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to that channel. That's one of the most lit fire streams, if not the most lit fire stream you're going to ever witness on YouTube. Okay? But if you moist, don't even show up. As a matter of fact, let me let y'all know now. If you a casual ass fanboy, get the fuck out right now. Get out. Get all the way out. Moderators deal with these niggas accordingly. Okay? It's strap season over here. Strap season. Get in the comments with that dumb shit, you get clapped. Strap season. Like my nigga LTB said, that's how we coming. Strap season today. What's up, Hybrid? He says Deontay Wilder is the Captain Falcon of boxing. Did y'all see this nigga promoting his fight with Luis Ortiz? This is supposed to be the baddest man on the planet. And this man is begging us to buy a pay-per-view with a nose ring on. I'm sorry, okay, nigga, this shit is it. This is it. We're seeing the end of the PBC. And low-key, Derrick James, top fighters, took L's. They've all lost. Keep that shit a stack, nigga. Jermell lost. Errol Spence lost. Derrick James, you're out. Not even close to an elite trainer. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I am good. Say it. Greatest competition. Who are you competing with? Who said that we worried about competition when it come to you? You know, I mean, hey, I said in my last video, IBFP said on his live stream, I got to keep it 100. I got Errol Spence on the Jamal Charlo level. Okay? You look good with a certain level of competition in front of you until you get in there with top competition, and then you just get your ass slapped up. Listen, I'm going to tell you like this. Just put it this way, since a lot of y'all think this is hate. Right? A lot of, because what's up, what's going on, Lisa Bells? Y'all hit the like button if you haven't already. If you don't want to hit the like button, hit the thumbs down. Make our day. But say something stupid, and the sniper's going to deal with you. Had to reload. I had to reload. Let me see what y'all talking about real quick. Ed Fat says Porter got robbed, hands down. Hashtag disgusted. Disgusted. Disgusted, man. Let me show you how bad this man got robbed. Okay. Shout out to see, this is the thing about us on this UDC side. It's just the niggas that just do this true media shit. Once we see the shit in its own film, we got the shit. We can chop it up, my nigga, and we gonna break it all the way down to the T. And we gonna let you know what really happened. Know what we found out in that fight? Errol Spence loved punching nuts. He's a nut seeker. That's what Errol is. And my nigga Unbiased put me onto the shit with the Carol Brook video you did. I'm like, God damn, this nigga going to the nuts a lot. Then the Shawn Porter fight happens. I'm like, oh, wait a minute here. This is his game plan. We're gonna well off on Shawn Porter nuts for the whole fight. Okay? Survive that, Shawn Porter. We got a game plan for your balls. That's why I put in the damn title, foul ball. This nigga was committing fouls to the balls, fam. Foul ball, Errol. Out of line. You went left field, Southpaw. All the way left with that. My nigga, you have been all the way downgraded. And you ain't nowhere elite to me. I'm sorry who feelings I hurt with that shit. You're not elite, dog. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter, that was a close, tough fight. Shawn Porter, Danny, close, tough fight. Right? Shawn Porter outboxed you easy. Easy. Now, I will give credit to Shawn. Shawn has improved with every fight, man. As of right now, this day, I fucks with Shawn Porter, bro. That nigga can fight. He talked all of this shit about dirty fighter this, dirty fighter that. And the first thing you did in the early rounds was well off at the nigga nuts. And ConcuBox, You motherfuckers, man, look. I'm sitting there watching Shawn Porter score clear shots on Errol Spence. And it's like they're giving the points to Errol. So not only do you have to deal with the fucking concu box, punch stats rigged, got a fucking ref who won't warn this nigga for hitting him in the nuts. Right? And then the fucking judges. 116, 111. The fix is in. Big swole face, battered up eye, Errol Spence got away with a fucking gift decision, and now you got 2 straps. Hold on to your 2 straps for as long as you can hold it, fam. Because you fooled, fam. You fooled. Fooled. Danny, I agree with IBFP. Danny, Errol Spence, 50-50 fight. 50-50 fight. This nigga is nothing special to me. Chin Smo says IBFP Raw is lit. He ain't playing. Lane got to go out. Unbiased, we got to get him in. See, I only want real niggas on this shit, fam. Real. If you're not coming with nothing real, get off. Get the fuck off. Don't even want to hear from you, see you, none of that. Don't want to kick it with you, smoke with you, nothing. Fuck off my shit. You coming with some casual ass fake shit, get off. Nigga, I'll lose a sub or 3. This ain't super chat, donation, PayPal, Cash App hustle over here. It's real talk. Realist boxing talk, true media, VADA or nada. Truth is the new hate. You know, y'all want to turn truth into hate. As soon as a nigga start telling the truth, oh, them niggas over there hating. We the best haters on YouTube. Truth is the new hate. Hit the like button if you haven't already. I got a co-host. I mean, the nigga live here. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just my channel. I create this channel for me and my homies. Okay? So they talk real shit too. And I'm humble enough. And speaking of humble, see, I'm humble enough nigga to know who doing it, man. And I give it up to him. This nigga Errol, bro, is not a humble dude. You know, he got a lot of pride. He arrogant. And you really got your ass whooped by Shawn Porter. You should be giving this nigga the ultimate respect. Because he beat your ass. You know? And all they did was be gentlemen, classy. They just said, hey, congratulations. What about the rematch? That's what they said. Congratulations. What about the rematch? You want to get into other shit that don't nobody care to hear about, fam. You want to talk about he can't sell this, that, and the other. Shut the man. We don't want to hear that shit. You got a fucking swole up jaw and you want to talk about a nigga can't sell, but you put this nigga on pay-per-view. But you don't want to get that Bud Crawford work. Yeah, just give me anybody. Give me Danny. Yeah, come on, Swift. Let's get this swiftly. You know how PBC do when that smoke come around the corner. What these niggas do. I got to get an opponent real quick. Please sign this. Sign this. You know, even if they don't have a date, like Deontay Wilder. Fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. All that shit sink. Errol lost, nigga. Errol lost. Just face it. Deal with the facts. There it is. You know, till I see otherwise. He's the 3rd Charlo. And Derrick James got these guys going into training camp. This is how they preparing. Strength, power, stamina. Strength, power, stamina. But it's so many other dimensions that they lack. If a nigga can take your punch, if a nigga's in tip-top shape, right? You're going to have problems in there. I just keep thinking about that Floyd Mayweather shit. Straight up and down, no special effects. Basic.
Yo, it's good. What up? What up?
What it do? Unbiased in the building. Salute.
Yeah, man. This fight, man. It's crazy. I picked Earl Spence to win this fight because I figured his grit would give him the W, and it's pretty much like I called it before. And I've been saying this about Earl Spence since like I don't know, like last year. You know what I'm
Ever?
saying? I was saying, yeah, for real, I have. You
Yeah,
know, the, the high guard. I showed you that he was a dirty. I showed everybody he was a dirty fighter when I made that video about him and his low blows. And what he does as well, which is illegal, is punch behind the head or on the side of the head. He was doing that to Shawn, and they were scoring it for him. That's an illegal punch. That shouldn't count. And all of the nut punches, they were counting as points as well. So I mean, like they did Shawn dirty. That's why I made the video and showed that they weren't counting any of Shawn's punches, and I
mm,
and I, I did that purposely. You know what I'm saying? He would land an
facts.
eight punch combo, and they give him three punches out of that eight. I'm like,
Yeah,
what's going on? But Spence could miss, and they'll just count his punches. So he was fighting an uphill battle no matter what, man.
facts, bro. Facts. I mean, I said, before you came on here, man, the thing about it is like, especially like with us, once we see footage, that's a wrap because we can chop it up, dissect it, and break it down for what it really is. You know what I'm saying? And you can try to create a narrative through your commentary. I don't care if you got Lennox Lewis. I don't give a damn who you got up there. I don't care about them. I'm looking at the fight, and we can look at actual punches being landed, effective aggression, dictating the pace, ring generalship, everything that you can possibly look for, and make a proper assessment on who's actually winning the fight. You know, so it's just amazing to me, man. It's really, really amazing to me how dirty they did Shawn Porter. And I
Yeah,
really,
and
really, biased. I really tried not to, like when y'all was talking about that on the previous live streams, even Angel, like saying that, you know, the fact that they possibly could rob him. D was saying the shit too, and I'm like, man, I don't even want to entertain that because I'm like, I would feel so bad for them to do that to Shawn. Shawn to work this hard, spar with Demetrius Andrade, spar with David Benavidez, work his, get a head start when Earl was bullshitting, trying to cut weight, probably juicing up or whatever he was doing, waiting around for Blu-ray or something. I don't know. Shawn Porter been ready. When Kenny Porter said, you need to get your guy, Mr. Smoke, to sign a contract. Earl and them Shawn and them was already ready. They was ready for that smoke. And they showed in the ring. That's why Keith had a
yeah,
hard fight. That's why Danny had a hard fight. Because Shawn is not an undisciplined guy. He knows. Kenny talked about how I think 2 or 3 weeks from the fight, from his last fight, I think with Danny or Ugas, excuse me, he was already doing shit, working out, running, bike, swimming, like just doing stuff to stay active. So you saw a guy who takes care of his body better than another guy win the fight.
yeah.
That's what I saw. Shawn Porter clearly winning.
And you know what? Yeah, I had him winning too. Like Earl Spence, he believes that he's a counter puncher, but for everybody saying that Shawn Porter's inaccurate, Earl Spence is very inaccurate himself.
Mm.
So I mean, people are giving him attributes that he just doesn't have. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not that good of a counter puncher. He misses a lot himself. His jab gets lazy. And I mean, now I see that people are saying that he fought Shawn Porter's fight and beat him at his
That's
own game.
oh
I'm
no
like,
no
what?
hell no. That was the wrong game plan. That's why
Yeah,
Derrick James gets the flame too. Wrong game plan. You decided that I'm gonna be more of a dog than him. I'm gonna show I have more grit than him. And you know what? Shawn did a little bit of everything. He showed grit. He showed the dog. He showed the boxing ability. He showed defense. He showed movement. He showed uh, just the stamina and being able to freaking get a second win after the fourth. I was like, damn, he tiring out a little bit. He breathing kind of hard. That nigga got a second win, fam. Like it just show you how in shape he is. He's just been in that situation in sparring where, damn, I'm tired, but I gotta dig deep and I gotta pull through. I got more rounds to go. You seen that in Shawn. Shawn fought like a true champion, a true champion. And Shawn is the unified champion to me right now. So yeah, we know Like I said, he's a Charlo. These niggas get inherited belts. They inheriting belts now. Who they want to have belts, they gonna make sure they get the belts. They wanted Jamal to have it. They want Errol Spence to keep having belts and be the face of PBC or whatever. We see the shit. We see what y'all doing. But Sean clearly
Hey,
whooped Errol's. Sean whooped Errol's ass, nigga.
there was PBC fighters that said Porter won. So you guys can't say that we are being or hating when PBC's fighters, or some of them said that Porter won. You know what I mean? That Caleb Truex said that Porter won. And as the fight was going down, I was on Twitter and I was just looking at the Twitter feed. Caleb Truex also tweeted Bud would make a fool out of both of these guys, but he deleted that tweet. I wish I would have screenshotted that shit because I would have saved it, man. But even Lua DeBella was complaining about Earl Spence's nut punches. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I saw that.
it's not just hate. You know, obviously we're not the only people saying this. You know,
Well, you
even
gotta
people.
understand, bias. We hating because we telling the truth. That's why truth is the new hate, man. You know, that's. I mean, that's how we coming. You telling the truth, I guess you hating now. So if you telling the truth, they gonna look at you. Oh, you just hating on Earl Spence. The nigga's a fucking nut seeker. He was beating off at the niggas' balls, fam. That's what he was doing. So look, this ain't the first fight. Shout out to Unbiased. We got the footage. He did it to Kell Brook too. When he see that he getting out work, he go right to the balls. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The footage is there. All you gotta do is watch it. Don't bring your emotions here. Keep that shit at the door.
Yeah, man. You know, this fight was very telling of Earl Spence's skill sets in general. His foot. I've been telling people his footwork is not that good. He's flat-footed. I've been saying all this. The high guard, like when Porter was winging shots around his high guard and hitting him with hooks. So that makes me believe Danny Garcia could actually land, because Danny to me is his timing and precision is better than Porter's.
50-50
You know what I
fight,
mean?
bro. I think that's a
So
50-50 fight. I agree with IBFP when he said that's a 50-50 fight. You know, Danny walked up there, sized him up. He looked at him like, okay, look, I know I can hurt Sean. Yeah, you caught Sean. You know what? That shot was a perfectly thrown shot that arrow landed. Okay. But did he put him on his ass? No, he didn't. Sean got hit with a shot he didn't see. So that nigga had an unconscious moment, nigga, like a blackout, nigga. Niggas been in fights, know, like, oh shit, you get hit with a shot you don't see. So like a blackout. Like, oh shit, there you go. Got to get back focused. I didn't see that shot. Like, that's what happened with Sean. But let's go, and he was back on his ass. You know, and Arrow's backing up. So, you know, hey, it's plain and simple. Sean outworked him, bro. Had more dog than him, more grit. Look, I can't look like Errol Spence and tell somebody I want to fight out here. That's out. Nobody gonna believe that. Like, nigga, who did you whoop looking like that? Shit. And then you look
yeah,
at Sean. You look at Shawn Porter face compared to this nigga face. Just saying. And I'm not just talking about the face, but look at the whole fight, and then the face will let you know the end result, the completion, like you saying, buddy.
I see a bunch of people now, you know, saying that Earl Spence needs to get back with Blu-ray. That's the new excuse. No, I'm dead serious.
Ah,
Like
shit.
even the diehard Earl Spence fans are like, oh man, he needs Blu-ray again because his conditioning is not good. And then Earl Spence gave himself an excuse before the fight. He told us before the fight, oh, I don't got a nutritionist or strength and conditioning coach. And then after the fight, he tweets it as an excuse. It's like, come on, man,
Man,
just be a man about it and say you had a tough fight. Sean gave you all you could handle and arguably beat you in a lot of people's eyes. So come on, man. But
I'm gonna
he won't do that.
tell you like this. You better stay the fuck away from Bud. He better stay the fuck away from Bud Crawford. Crawford is absolutely gonna stop that nigga. He's absolutely gonna stop that nigga, bro. Arrow's defense is trash. No head movement. Like he's just not that good, man. See, when you get to this level, we get to really see if you really good. That's why I said before this fight, we're gonna really see if you really the truth. Roy Jones, myself, a lot of other people is just Andre Ward. We don't know yet because we know Shawn Porter is a top welterweight, really conditioned, strong,
Yeah. Yep.
athletic.
Stays in shape. Like that's the thing, again, I say this all the time. I've been saying it. Spence is not the athletic, slick boxer y'all claiming he is. He's not. He stands upright. His chin is in the air. This is why he gets hit like that. That's why Shawn was snapping his head back as
Snapping his
much as he
fucking head
was.
back, man. With all type of shots, uppies, hooks, straights, welling off at the
Yeah.
body, turning when he was having his moments, and getting that work back and gaining momentum back. Like what I told y'all, I said Shawn Porter has all the momentum going into this fight. I saw it. I saw that shit. Everybody was out here talking about, all the casuals. This is gonna be an easy fight. Man down. What does it do?
Bulldoze.
Jamal Wright came on a live stream talking about he gonna knock Porter out. He gonna knock Porter out. Where he at now? Where he at now? The nigga got his ass beat. Look at his face. Watch the fight. Don't look at the ConcuBox. That shit's bullshit. Rigged.
Yeah, I see even the diehard Spence fans saying now that Crawford would beat him. I'm no lie. Like the LDBC channels, a lot of them have just turned on Earl Spence
I
because they
mean, it
don't.
don't make no
They're
sense to be biased to that extreme. Like, you just got to be real about the shit. I don't understand these dudes. They got such a problem with people like us who just gonna keep it real about what we see. Because 9 times out of 10, we accurate on what we looking at and what we seen about a fighter. And we just didn't know about Errol. And I'm like, if we seen that what was clearly right there, and we knew that somebody could possibly exploit that. And Shawn did it. He exploited all this dude's weaknesses that he already had. You know how many times this nigga blinked in the motherfucking fight? The nigga closed his eyes like he was fucking niggas is daycare nap. The fuck?
Oh,
Like this
man.
nigga is taking a nap standing up.
He's too fidgety, man. He's like everything gets a reaction. And I don't think that's good. You know what I mean? You can't Shawn would take like a half step, stutter step, and Spence will just go in a high guard. That's not good versus a guy who's a pure boxer. Spence will get outboxed and pretty easily too, because Shawn was showing footwork that was getting Earl Spence confused, and Shawn's not even. Nobody looks at Shawn as a pure boxer or like a very phenomenal boxer. Like nobody holds him at that regard.
Right.
And
Nope.
he had Spence confused in there at points. So that leads me to believe if somebody has really good footwork, an elite boxer, they can just, I believe, just outbox him. He reminds me of like a black Margarito. That's what I mean. He's just upright, stiff. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. I'm not seeing the special. Maybe I don't know, but I just don't see it. I feel like Thurman beat Porter a lot cleaner.
Yes, he did. He did.
So
Clearly. I mean, Thurman landed more accurate shots, and I felt he hurt Shawn worse. I know people look like that shot like he was really hurt, but listen, the nigga, he did touch the canvas, right? But he got right back up and his legs was fine. When Keith caught Shawn grabbed the motherfucker back. Okay. He held on for dear life, nigga. The nigga legs was gone. He talked about this
he
shit
would
in the
have
interview.
fell. Right. He
Yeah.
would have fell if Thurman wasn't right there. He would have fell. He would have hit the floor. But
So we
he held
looking
on
at
to Shawn.
power too. The nigga don't
Yeah.
punch that hard, bro. That was a good shot he landed. It was perfect timing when he threw the shot because Shawn dropped the right hand, getting ready to throw the left hook, and Earl threw his quicker. And he just landed it.
I think it's the weight cut. It's the weight cut. I'm gonna be honest. I think Spence is draining himself too much, and I don't know. Like I think that's why Danny's eager for this fight, and
Because Danny is comfortable at 147.
Right, and Danny probably saw how he even said in the interview, he was like, Shawn Porter couldn't move me around like that. He was moving around Spence a lot. He was muscling him around.
Danny actually had Shawn backing up.
Right.
And Shawn was actually boxing. So yeah, Shawn was coming forward on Earl, bro.
Right. You gotta low key to beat Danny, you need to box him because you don't want to sit there and trade. Because again, he has I think the most proven chin at 147, and he hits the hardest. Thurman even said Danny hits harder than Porter. So yeah.
Man, the chat kind of lit. I've been missing a lot. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, how do we go, Kate? Let me get to some of these comments, man, because nobody's just been ripping. Jose Yepes says Spence won the 11th and 12th, making it 6-6, but the knockdown made the difference. Nah. I gave Spence, I gave him the 11th and 12th. I gave him 1 out of the first 4. And that was all I gave him, fam. That was really all I gave him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you. You know, I seen Shawn dominated him. So that talk about, look, man, this shit was 116, 111. We know what the shit was. We know what it was. No matter, they was gonna make sure if Errol didn't get knocked out, they was gonna make sure he won. We saw that. So.
Yo, on some real, if Shawn Porter had a little bit more power, he would have knocked Spence out.
This one, nigga, that's why I'm like, nigga, hold on to them straps because there's some real punchers coming for you now. So Danny already jumped in the ring on you. Okay. That's another lion that just jumped in on you. Like, okay, no, I want that work. Just like you did. He said, might have the tables turned. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, this is what you wanted. Free smoke.
Yo, Danny not slick. He's not slick, man. You know what he saw? I'm telling you what he saw. He saw the hooks that Porter was landing, because that's what Porter, honestly, for me, should have been throwing more was straight punches. If he would have threw straight punches a lot more, he would have landed clean on Spence, because he is so vulnerable for that straight right. But credit to Porter, he was still landing them hooks around the guard of Spence. Now, we all know Danny is known for hooks. Danny's a little flat-footed, but guess what? So is Spence. Spence is flat-footed. Okay, he doesn't bounce around on his toes. He's not in and out. People just want to fake like he actually does bounce around on his toes and he's in and out, but he's not. So he's flat-footed as well. So if they're going to sit there and trade, that favors Danny, because we just saw Spence is not really that big of a puncher.
And I asked that question. I had asked that question before the fight. Does he trade? Is he going to get into exchanges with fighters? Did we really see that? Was he really exchanging with Shawn, or was he trying to wait until he stopped punching, then get his off?
What he would try to do is just be first. You know, he try to be first on most of the exchanges. He'd be first, and then after he would try to be last. But I mean, again, when Shawn was throwing his combinations, he would just get pushed back or shell up, and vice versa.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna keep applying flame to Derrick James, because this nigga came in here with all this extra energy. I am my greatest competition. You want to, it's like this nigga purposely put himself in front of all of the media, right? Outside of aerospace, you just got to look at it, right? If you're not with your fighter, why are you on camera? Did they ask the interview, or you just want to make yourself known so that you can start? Because that's what that nigga did, man. He used this whole event to fucking promote his gym and trying to recruit fighters and shit. Derrick James not slick, bro. Like he look, and that's why Errol Spence looked like that in that fight. That's why he looked like that. He can give 2 shits. He out here trying to get his.
Yeah, Derrick James is trash as a trainer, because honestly, there's a lot of things he could have told Spence to do to help him in the fight, but he just didn't. I mean, maybe, I don't know, they didn't really mic up the corner too much in that fight. But even before that, while Spence is blowing up in between fights, as a trainer, shouldn't you be saying something? Like, shouldn't you be like, all right, well, maybe you should put the donuts down or the pizza?
He don't give a fuck about the dude like that. And we learned that about this training camp. You want to try to expose Kenny Porter, really you just expose yourself, fam. You expose yourself. You really don't give a fuck about Errol Spence like that. Kenny do. He gives a fuck about Errol Spence and Shawn. Matter of fact, he's more of a even in the post fight press conference, he said, I still, I still love Kenny, I still love Shawn. He said that. He didn't have to say that, I mean, of course he got in his feelings and let his ego take over at one point, but he was all humble in the beginning, talking about, I still love Kenny, I still love Shawn. So he didn't
Yeah,
say, I love Derrick James, and he brought me. Did y'all say, did this nigga even give credit to Derrick James in any kind of way in a press conference?
honestly, I didn't really watch it.
I
I
was
just saw
listening
the
to it. I'm like, I don't think he even gave this nigga credit for nothing. Like usually you say, you know, big, salute to my trainer, for getting me this far, push me to the limit, whoop de whoop. This nigga was in the other press conference talking about, I don't have no nutritionist, I don't have a strength conditioning coach. I get out the mud. He was just like talking about himself, like you doing it.
shouldn't
So
right, but shouldn't your trainer like help you with that strength and conditioning at least? If you don't have one, shouldn't he be there with you, trying to push you and motivate you to, or at least have some drills or something that can get
Derrick
you to that
James,
point?
but Derrick James got to hold the mitts and print out these new shirts, man. That's what he got to do. He got to get his hustle on. Hey, I'm here to hold the mitts, do the interviews, and be my own greatest competition. Looking ass. Looking
All I
ass
know is
nigga.
if Porter, all I know is if Porter is rocking you,
That's listen. Now I
then
was gonna ask that question real quick, unbiased. JB says Spence got a chin on him though, and then Mickey Ward came back behind that and said Spence was wobbled by Porter, who don't hit hard.
right,
Does Errol
right.
Spence really have a chin? Do we know that yet?
You know what it is, and I said this, and I noticed it in the fight. I think it's due to him draining himself and not
Yeah.
eating right. This right now, I feel like the weight cut is really it's going to start hurting him more because he's cutting down to get here, and his punch resistance will go. So fighting somebody like Danny, and getting hit, he might get clipped because Porter did wobble him and hurt him to the body too. That's why I made that video because
Yep.
a lot of the shots people weren't even paying attention to how much Spence was being rocked and wobbled by Shawn Porter. And Danny, we know, hits harder than Shawn Porter.
Yes,
So
that's a fact. That's a fact. So, and
yeah,
we see that. So the fact that we see his defense ain't that great. We know that Danny's not the fastest puncher, but he's a accurate puncher though. His timing is great. And we're talking about a guy who's also, I mean, how you gonna approach Danny? You gonna be on your back foot, or you gonna come forward on him like you did Shawn? Because that's what Danny wants. He wants you to fight him like you did Shawn. Because he knows Shawn couldn't handle him on the inside like that. Shawn was on the outside with Danny. He had moments, but shit, he couldn't just stand in the pocket like that. Danny an accurate puncher. He'll catch that nigga arrow. He'll catch it. You know.
right. Yeah. I mean, that's why I mean Porter even said, he tried to make Danny go first so that way he could counter him and make Danny fight a fight that he usually doesn't fight. He's a counter puncher naturally, but he does let his hands go in spots. So if, we saw that again, Spence's jab can get countered easily. So I believe that Danny's probably looking at that. He's looking at the fact that you can punch around his high guard, and he just sits at a high guard and gets hit while you're punching. He's probably looking at an abundance of things. Um, I think it's a tough fight for both of them. I think it's 50-50. But if Spence is there to be hit, then he's going to get hit by Danny, And if he's getting rocked by wobbled by Porter, then I mean, Danny has a chance, of course, to rock
Yep.
him and possibly clip him. So
Yep. He gonna be playing for the Clippers, LA Clippers. Hey, he came to LA, right, to the Staples Center and got his ass whooped. He came to LA and got his ass whooped, dog. I'm just saying. I mean, better come real. Come out there with that fake shit, man. Look, the truth was revealed. That's all I'm gonna say. The truth was revealed. He's not that good. It's not that good. That's my opinion. He's not that good. I would love to see him and Danny fight. We know you. We know you ain't ready for no Bud Crawford, nigga. Clearly, is not even close to a Bud Crawford level, dog. Bud'll beat your ass, Arrow. Okay,
yeah,
that bullshit that you doing. Um, You know, you trying to throw ideas about 154 out there now, like you about to get on some Charlo Broner type tank shit. This is what this shit about to be. Be them, you know, target them little weight classes below you and try to get a payday, try to stay on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? So
And
hold on to them straps.
watching that fight, Spence's inside game is not that good as people were claiming it was. And J Rock has a way better inside game than Earl Spence. So if he moved up to fight J Rock, how does he win? J Rock's the better boxer on the outside. J Rock's clearly the better inside fighter, too. So, I mean, because J Rock does things on the inside that Bernard Hopkins does, right? So, I mean, and J Rock's hitting hard now,
Man,
apparently.
J Rock will stop Errol, bro.
I think so, too.
I ain't even lying to you. He'll stop Errol, bro. He'll stop Errol. He athletic. He got a lot of stamina, bro. He big. You know what I'm saying? He got height. He fucking just got that experience, man. You know, his just style is just gonna just fuck. Come on, he just beat on fucking what's your boy name? Hurd. Beat on him. You know, and he snacked out. You better stop. Stay away from that nigga. That ain't gonna be good.
Yeah, man. A lot of the fights that people are saying originally that Spence could just go up and beat them guys, I think you guys need to revise that.
Yeah, I know I
Revise
beat
that.
that boy. Armando says Sean has very odd body too. Low, it was hard for Errol to work the body. With Danny's body physique, Spence is going to have a great time. So you think he's going to work Danny's? I mean, have a lot of people going to Danny's body like that?
No, because they get countered
The
up
counters,
top.
right? You don't really see people coming to Danny's body like that, fam. I'm just saying, it's going to be dangerous. You better feint your way in or something, because that ain't going to be easy trying to get to Danny's body, because that nigga's a very accurate puncher. If you make a mistake, he'll counter the fuck out of you. So I want to see if that fight happening next, man. Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Yeah, boy, you getting it? When I was watching the fight the whole time, I was like, yeah, you in the big leagues now, Errol. Like I was saying that shit the whole fight. Like, yeah, you in the big leagues now. Like this ain't about no what you was all that talk is done. This is it. I just seen him getting his ass whooped. He was getting his ass whooped, man. I'm like, bro, it's levels to this shit. It's levels to this shit.
Bro, the whole Twitter was flaming, or else I'm no joke. I went on Twitter, just scrolled down. I seen MMA fighters saying Bud Crawford would definitely beat Spence. You had publicists, writers saying Bud would beat Spence. You had PBC fighters saying Bud would beat Spence. So that's how we know we're not being biased here. We're not
No,
being
we're just
haters.
being for real. We're being realistic.
Ex-
Okay, y'all.
exactly.
Realistic. Just that's it. You know. When y'all decide to come over to this true flame, holla. But keep that bullshit out there. Keep that bullshit out there. Shout out to Red Glove in the chat. Red Glove Militant. He's on the channel's tab. Y'all go subscribe to him. Once again, I always got a shout out, man. IBFP. If y'all haven't already, go subscribe to IBFP Raw. That's just gonna be the most lit live stream on YouTube, bro. I'm just being honest. See, I see niggas that's just bringing that fire shit. Unbiased, my co-host right here, man. Fire shit every time in real shit. Fire shit and real shit. Okay, BFV, Bruce fucking Vane. You know, I'm only watching the real ones out here. So y'all make sure y'all sub to them, show them support all the time. Red Glove be on here though. I don't know. He been kind of busy though.
Hey, but after watching that fight, we all know Spence was drunk when he said he'll fight Canelo, because that's a body bag. He going to the
Man, come
morgue.
on.
He going Canelo,
He gonna turn into
man.
more. He gonna turn into Morgan Freeman, nigga. That's what you go. He gonna beat you into an old man. Canelo's gonna beat
Yeah,
Errol into an old man. He gonna take some. What they say, take some years off that boy. He gonna
yeah,
take some
for real.
years off that boy, man. If you get in there with Canelo, don't be that hungry for the money. Trust me, all money ain't good money. Cause that's
That's
gonna
a
be a
clear
good beat
body.
down. That's
Yep.
a good beat down for your ass. Like Sean already beat your ass, but that right there, you might be hanging out with Amir Khan. You know, in that dream world, man. Shh. Stoppage season. Strap season gonna be stoppage season. So don't turn yourself into a meme out here. Stay focused. Stay focused. It's the big leagues now, Errol. That's all. That's all I'm telling you. It's the big leagues now. Step your shit up. Cut off whatever you need to cut off. If this is the fucking hit, the flat top, get that shit out of here too. Maybe that fucked you up. I don't know. You might have to get the fade with the waves or something. I don't know. But do something.
Hey, Armando Colon says, "Bro, don't tell me y'all think Porter won. Come on, Horseman and Bias. Earl beat Porter 8-4, 116 to 111. Just a very sloppy fight. You
That's
know,
your. That's go
look,
ahead. Get on.
that's
That's
your
you.
that's that's your opinion, and you know what I'm saying. I mean, I personally don't agree with that. I had Porter
Me
winning
neither.
it 7-5, and I picked Spence to win split decision or majority decision because I knew it'd be a tough fight. I always knew it'd be a tough fight. I knew it was going to be a sloppy fight because nobody has an easy road with Shawn Porter. So I don't know why Spence called him that, but that was the wrong name to call him. But yeah, I didn't have it that way, and a lot even PBC fighters didn't have it that way. Even people that worked for PBC, like Lua DeBella, said the scorecards were wrong. So, you know, we not hating up here. You know what I'm saying? Because if we were hating, then why are the people that Spence fights for PBC on that side saying that they felt Shawn Porter won as well?
Hey, you know what? The only ones that's really kind of just being hush hush or being cooperative with the shit is like, as far as fighters, is like the ones that want to fight the nigga. Like Danny, Keith, like these niggas is trying to be real cool about the shit. Like, oh no, yeah, I think Errol won. I think he won that. They like, yeah, we gonna fight this nigga. They see that shit because they already fought Shawn. I mean, Shawn is a great fighter to me, like because of his everything that comes with him, how he delivers his fight game. But this dude, man, I'll tell you like this, bro. I'll tell you like this. I feel like they kind of look at it like Shawn is like a measuring stick. Like, okay, how did you do versus Shawn? If you didn't do good versus Shawn, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. The wait is over. The wait is over. I'm gonna take the fucking damn cast off my arm. Okay.
Oh yeah. Thurman did say that he won't even take a tune-up and he'll fight Spence after Danny. He said that.
He said that?
Yeah, it's in he did an interview. He said he had Porter winning the first 5 rounds. Danny said that he felt like Porter won it too. But yeah, so I think that he most likely feels like what he saw Porter do, he could probably do. Obviously, he's not that sloppy and awkward as Porter, but the fact he was landing them hooks on him, and we know Thurman got a nice hook, so he's probably like, yeah, I could probably get this kid.
Hey, y'all let us know in the chat, man. Y'all think Keith can get Errol? Or y'all think Errol is still good enough to get to like Keith? Because a lot of people talk about his weakness to the body and how Errol might possibly get to him. Keith gotta really just, I don't know, man. The way if he fight Errol like how he fought Pacquiao, I think Pacquiao will beat Errol's ass, bro. I think Pacquiao will beat Errol's ass bad, real bad. Shit, boy, thinking about that fucking fight. It's a lot of fights he's gonna need to stay away from unless he do something different. And Derrick James might need to get out of here. He might need to go. That ain't it. That Charlo style, that ain't gonna get it done out here, bro. Ain't gonna get it done. Shout out to my dog Bruce Vane in the chat, bro. You already know how we do, bro. You already know. Been supporting us from day one.
Yeah, I probably favor Spence over Thurman, but
how do you see the
I
fight
think
going? The distance or stoppage?
I think the body shots will hurt Thurman because he is weak to the body. So, but I do
Man.
think there'll be a lot of scary points in that fight where Spence will be rocked. So,
I mean, that's the thing about it. That's why we asked the question a little bit about the chin. Shit, yeah, get in there with Danny. Go ahead. I want to see that one because that nigga Danny can punch, bro. He got cracked. Danny got cracked. So if you really gonna come in there aggressive, well, you gonna see how because you're gonna get hit. You're gonna get hit. And we know Errol right off top, his power ain't all magnificent like that. It's not.
Well, you know what Earl Spence does, which is actually illegal. he takes his forearm and he presses it against the back of his opponent's head, and he lines them up with the hook. That's illegal. You can't do that. But he did that to Chris Algieri, and that's how he scored the knockdown with Shawn Porter. So he basically lined his head up with his hook and put his forearm on the back of his head. I mean, he
Damn, I gotta
scored the
watch.
knockdown. But
I seen it like 4 or 5 times, but I'm gonna watch it again just for that, for what you just said.
he does that. He'll put use his forearm
Hey,
to position you.
hey, do you agree with this message about House has said? He says PBC treats Porter like a gatekeeper. I mean, that's why I was like, that's why I didn't want to say it, but I was like, kind of like he's like a measuring stick. Like if you do good versus Shawn, then they can. It's almost like Shawn is a kind of feel like a middleman or like a gatekeeper in a certain sense, but a dangerous one, a real dangerous one. And he got robbed, bro. That's my opinion. He got robbed. He should be the unified welterweight champion right now. And like I talked about in the previous live stream, I was like, nigga, Porter versus Crawford. Because people acting like Spence can't get beat out here. Like Shawn ain't gonna come in there 100%. I did the previous live stream, like Porter versus Crawford. I was saying, we was talking about how they got to get past this buddy shit. Because I'm like, Shawn got a really good chance to win this fight. And he better be ready to fight Bud if it presents itself.
Yeah, honestly, I think Crawford outboxes him and most likely stops him late. Just from what I've seen, he's food. He's food for Crawford. He just is, man. I've been saying this,
And
bro.
we ain't
I've
even
been
trying to
saying
be
this for
mean
a
about
while.
this shit, man. I ain't trying to be mean
Yeah.
or nasty about this shit, but we just know, I'm just looking at what I seen, bro. And Errol not elite, bro. He's not elite. And one key thing that I noticed that he just really got to work on, he don't have defense. He does not have good defense, man.
It's just high guard.
Look, the concubbox, all the punch stats, don't let that shit fool you, man. Don't let that shit fool you. Earl got hit a whole lot. Shawn hit him a whole lot. If you don't believe me, look at the fucking profile pic that I'm using right now. Okay, just look at it. Look it up on Google. Okay, most niggas put the sunglasses on. Earl like, fuck it, nigga, shit. I'm rich, bitch. I'm gonna just swole jaw, big eyes, and everything. Fuck it. He ain't beat me. Man down, strap season. I'll take your belt. That nigga still talking that shit in the press conference. I'm like, oh, this nigga, bro. You need to give me your suit because it's green. Why you wearing that green? I'll take your belt. Oh, okay. All right. Woo, I'm thinking L's coming real soon, man. That's why I ain't tripping. Yeah. Hold on to them belts, bro. Hold on to them.
How do you think Porter versus Crawford would go? Like if they fought each other?
That's a good fight, man. I'm just so impressed with Shawn Porter. This is the best I've seen Shawn, to be honest with you. So if I looked at previous fights, I'll be like, you know what? I'll probably get an edge to Crawford. And I still will give the edge to Crawford, but I feel like Shawn I trust his corner, his team, and his preparation and dedication to get the job done. His work ethic I know we give a lot of credit to other people's work ethic and what they do, but Shawn's work ethic is tremendous. It's tremendous. And this guy doesn't, he takes care of his body. So does Bud Crawford. That's what makes that fight so great because we got two superior athletes at the top of their game. That's a great fight, and we ain't got to worry about a nigga talking about, man, I got to stop gaining up 20, 30 pounds in between fights. You think? Do you think? Why are you saying like ignorant shit? Like, bro, like you're not supposed to be doing that.
But Black, remember when we said that and when we were debating Spence fans and we said that, that's going to be detrimental to him. What did they tell us?
Yeah, the weight. Yeah.
What they tell us? Oh, has he ever failed?
Right? Has he ever not missed weight? But it's not just about making weight, dog. These niggas, man. Like you said, sometimes we got to get on here and we got to teach these niggas boxing. Like the other dude that was on here last time. And he was like, you just taught him that. I'm like, you really didn't know that a cut can fucking lose you the fight? If he get cut, he just get cut. Like, okay. These casuals. Greg Love says James ain't going to teach him defense. He just tell him to do the EJ. Do the EJ on him. He can't tell him, do yourself on him. Be yourself, Errol. That's all you can tell Errol. Be yourself. You came this far. You came too far to fail, man. Come on, Errol. You know, you are your greatest competition, Errol. Like, nigga, look, this ain't lecture time, bro. Can you give me a game plan? Give me some. I need to make some adjustments here. This nigga Shawn is a killer. Help me. Help me.
The one thing I got, the one thing I got with Crawford, he's seen a lot of styles. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Horn has a similar style to Shawn Porter. I would say Shawn Porter is a
Yeah,
better
I
boxer.
agree. Yeah, more
But
athletic, I think. Yeah.
yeah, the rough, the rugged elbows, headbutts, and you know, that is Horn. And what Crawford did to neutralize all that, he used wrestling tactics because Crawford has a wrestling background. So a fight with Shawn Porter, I think you know, Crawford would adapt to whatever his punch selection is. He would adapt to that, and then he would have to you know, wrestle him on the inside, which Crawford is good at. He's good at that. So I think he would beat Crawford. I mean, I think he would beat Porter. No, I'm not going to say he'd beat him easy. Nobody beats Porter easy. It'd be a tough fight, but I would give Crawford a unanimous decision over Porter because he's just a better boxer. And also he adapts, which Spence seems like he can't adapt. So
Right.
for me, uh, I don't see Spence as elite boxer either. He doesn't adapt. Um, he just keeps doing the same thing over and over, or he will honestly you employ some dirty tactics like holding and hitting. He did that a
Yeah.
lot, and that's not the
Yeah.
first fight he did that. And he did that with Chris
They this
Algieri.
Hey, look, man, look. They have officially done so much new shit with Errol Spence, bro, that I've ever seen. Right? They don't acknowledge VADA testing. They don't acknowledge the WBO. Right? They fucking got the goddamn punch stats rigged. I mean, it's just so much different shit, bro, to just make sure that this guy is sustained, man, as a champ. That's a trip to me. That's a trip.
Yeah, right. I
Um,
think what. Yeah, go
JB,
ahead.
real quick. JB says Spence landed the cleaner punches, though. I don't even know if I agree with that. You know how many times I've seen Errol Spence head get snapped back, clean punches he was landing, whether it was jabs, punches to the body. I know y'all talk about smothering. A lot of this shit that Shawn Porter was doing in this fight wasn't smothered. A lot of that shit was clean shit. More cleaner
Yeah,
punches, clean effective punches than I've ever seen Shawn do. And I felt Shawn landed more clean effective punches. He landed probably the best punch of the fight, one, right? Which is that when he clipped Shawn. But as far as the accumulation throughout the whole fight, what is you talking about? What are you talking
hey
about?
JB, go watch my last video because I made a whole video of all the punches that were telling in that fight, which was they came from Shawn Porter. I even put Spence's knockdown in there too, so it doesn't look like I'm cheating or whatever. But Earl Spence's punches, I don't know what it was. It didn't have much on it. It just didn't have much on it. You know, they were not backing Spence up. I mean, Porter up. They were not moving Porter out of position. Porter was just coming forward pretty much the whole fight, really. So he wasn't getting hurt besides getting dropped, and that was like a flash knockdown. So I
So
mean,
and
I
so
don't know.
Armando Collins says Crawford is food for Spence. Y'all wow. Now let me just remind you, Armando. Remember when Crawford and Errol Spence had that confrontation, and he told Crawford, he said, "Why wouldn't I take the easy road and knock Shawn Porter out?" You remember that? This is what he said. Guess what? He just got his ass whooped on by the easy road, and now you talking about Crawford is food for Spence. This is what I'm talking about right here. Casual shit. Casual shit. The nigga took the easy road because he knew he was looking at the hard road right in front of him. Crawford looked at him right in his face like, oh yeah, this is the hard road right here. That nigga said, oh, I'm going to go take the easy road. I'm smart. Yeah, you smart, but not that smart. You a smart man, but you're not that smart. He already, nigga, man, Crawford will stop this nigga. Crawford will stop this
Yeah,
nigga. He can't fuck with Crawford on no level, not mentally, physically, nor mentally, nothing. Nothing. You know, he got to do something drastically different to change my mind about that. That ain't no hate, man. I'm just telling you truth. Crawford will beat the hell out of Errol Spence. You know, somebody
yeah.
get up here and
Hey,
try to
but
debate that fact.
Hey JB, go look. JB, just go watch the last video. And I mean, I know you're saying that a lot of the punches were partially blocked, but just go watch the last video I made. You can see Porter landing just cleanly and snapping Spence back, and the video is like almost 12 minutes long. So I mean, just watch it and you'll see he landed a lot of punches on Spence, and they weren't even counting them, which is crazy. But yeah, he landed a lot, man. Clean.
Right. And I think that's the thing about it. Like, you know, people looking at the punch stats, they showing you, it's in your face, and they you seeing the favor for Errol Spence. For Errol Spence. I'm like, they're not even counting this nigga's punches. Matter of fact, they're giving Shawn Porter's punch stats to Errol. Like, no matter what you do, Shawn Porter, even if you outbox Errol, you're gonna end up getting his punch stats. This is the first time I really witnessed a goddamn punch stat rigged. Like, it just clear as day. Like, oh, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. So if y'all want to go with the narrative, and go with it. Just buy, exit, get the fuck off. Fuck off the live. Go somewhere else. Leave the hype if you want to. If you really felt like Errol landed more punches than Shawn, just leave. Leave. You know what I'm saying? Because you wasn't watching the same fight. John Dealey says JB Porter don't land clean punches. It is his work ethic and footwork that makes him a good fighter. He did land a lot of clean punches in this fight, though. He did. You can talk about previous fights where it was a lot of some other shit. He landed a lot of clean punches. Matter of fact, when he fought Danny or all these other guys, were they face looking like Errol Spence's face?
Nah.
Huh? So that shows you right there, he landed clean shots to the motherfucking dome piece. That's your answer right there. That's clean punches in this fight. You know, look at Errol's face if you think I'm lying. You know? Mondo says Ugas kicked Porter ass, man. So DSG, but in a close fight, he riding on back-to-back robberies.
What?
You can make an argument for the Ugas. You definitely can make an argument for the Ugas. But as far as you said, so the DSG, but in a close fight, he right. Man, what you mean? That's a good win against Danny. A good win. You got to give Shawn his credit for beating Danny. Just like I gave Keith. Keith went to a whole nother level when he beat Danny. He was just like, oh shit, like, you know, because Danny was just, you know, he was the red hot one coming up, and he beat him, and he already, you know, he was already the avoided guy at 147, and then he just took a little bit of the star power a little bit from Danny. And that's why Danny wants that work back.
A lot of those body shots that people are saying Errol Spence was, you know, landing. Shawn Porter had his elbows tucked on the side, so he was just hitting Shawn's elbows. He really wasn't landing that many body shots as people want to, you know, clamor for. And a lot of those strayed low. There were a lot of nut shots there too that people were giving him points for. He punched a lot. Yeah, he punched the nuts a lot. So
foul balls. I've never seen so many foul balls.
You know, yeah. So I feel like Shawn just was the better. I usually never say this, but he was the better boxer in there. You know, he can, and people were shitting on him the whole entire time to this buildup of this fight, saying he can't box and calling him a D-level boxer. A lot of Spence fans said that the only way he could win was from a headbutt or an elbow, and making, you know, Errol Spence bleed so that, you know, it'd be the fight going his way. But if that's the case, then how come there were spots in this fight where Porter was outboxing Spence? You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't even, I don't get it why people just hate on Shawn like that. JB says Spence fans are delusional. Let me see. Let me go to the chat. Armando says, what did he say? He said, who did Crawford fight at 147? Well, I mean, he's trying to fight Spence and Danny and all those guys, but they don't want to fight him. So is that really his fault? And he's separating himself from everybody he's fighting at 147. So Spence, you know what I mean? He fought Mikey Garcia at 147, and he's fought a damaged Kell Brook that asked for 2 medical extensions to not fight him because he was not healthy and ready. But nobody ever mentions that, who previously just got stopped by Triple G and was coming down in weight. Nobody ever mentions that. And before that fight, he was complaining about making 147. Nobody ever mentions that. And before that, he fought a old Lamont Peterson who went through a bunch of wars, been knocked out in 3 rounds by Lucas Matisse. And other than that, who else? Nobody. To be honest, Porter is the first real welterweight that he's faced. The Barreras and the Chris Van Heerdens, I don't count those. I mean, who wouldn't beat them? Danny Garcia would wash pretty much Earl Spence's resume besides Kell Brook and now Porter. Thurman would wash pretty much Earl Spence's resume besides maybe Kell Brook, but we don't know that because, I mean, to be honest, the best people that Earl Spence just faced, Porter, who gave him hell, Thurman beat him cleaner. So his resume is not that good.
Facts. So, yeah, man, that was the moment of truth, man. We saw what the truth was. It was revealed right in front of us. Despite the straps he got around himself, still got them knots on his head, though. Them knots going to be there for a while to remind him.
Hey, 1-2 Kid want a link.
Oh, okay, my bad. Let me get this. Hey, you know what? Hey, what's your email, 1-2 Kid? Put your email in the chat. I don't want unnecessary niggas jumping on. Irrelevant niggas. We're gonna treat it like Google Hangout. Want a link? We email it to you. Fucking fanboys jumping on talking about nothing. Let me see. Well, yeah, I got you. 1-2 Kid. Just put your email in the chat. Red Glove says Crawford is eating bums because all the PBC fighters won't come out to play. They don't want no smoke with no Bud, man. They don't want no smoke with Bud, man. So what's wrong with telling the truth about that shit? All the signs are there.
Armando says Kell Brook sniped Porter. Kell Brook fought him in 2013. Spence fought him in 2017 after Triple G destroyed him. So, I mean, come on, bro. Lamont Peterson was definitely old and washed at that time. And Lucas Matisse knocked him out in 3 rounds. And guess who beat Lucas Matisse? Victor Postal beat Lucas Matisse. So, yeah, that just cancels that out right there.
Trav says, where's Jamal Wright with his government phone and stolen Wi-Fi? He ain't nowhere near this motherfucker, bro. Believe that. We strap season over here, so anybody say anything casual or stupid, you getting clapped. Y'all got full range. Hold up, y'all. Listen.
Mikey Garcia was 2 weight classes below. So if you want to give him credit for that, I mean, okay. That's like Crawford pulling up Lomachenko and beating him at 147. Would he get credit for that? Probably not. So, I mean, come on. Plus, Mikey, like, nah.
What was he saying about Mike? Let me find a comment. Let me find it. Okay, I got you, 1-2 Kid. Let me get to this comment. Who said it?
No, Armando, he's saying that, Kell Brook sniped Porter when it was a majority decision. Kell Brook had a war with Triple G.
Oh, shit. The war ended kind of quick, though, didn't it?
Oh, my God.
What round did that fight end in?
5.
Oh, shit.
He said Peterson was ranked number 7 when Earl beat him. Armando, who did Peterson beat at 147? Please tell me. This is how I know you probably don't even know who he beat at 147. Who did Peterson beat at 147?
Why y'all got to do this with this man, dog? Come on, man. Y'all got to figure this shit out. Barking up the wrong tree, Mondo. You know, we
That
like
was
you, bro.
at that was at middleweight. You talking about Zafara fighting Jeff Horn at middleweight? A guy Zafara who's fought at middleweight plenty of times, and he's fought at super welterweight, who's naturally bigger than Jeff Horn. That's like if Porter moves up to middleweight and gets knocked out there. Are you gonna say that Spence's win over Porter is trash now?
Shout out to my dog Red Glove Militant. What's happening?
What up?
What
Man,
up, Red?
how you been, bro?
I'm doing all right. You know, just been kind of busy with, you know, a couple of things happening in my personal life. But other than that, doing good. Some of these comments are just crazy.
Well, you know, I kind of figured it would be this type of a live stream, being that I know they really in their feelings, man. They boy really got exposed. There was no man down, and they was talking about they was their own greatest competition. Then they got their ass beat. Like, you should have been competing with the other dude, not yourself.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing that really gets me, all right? I'm seeing a lot of stuff about Crawford. He's fighting bums and all this stuff. He's fighting who will fight him. Unlike
Right.
Spence, who is turning down fights. Wasn't this the guy who said strap season?
Mm.
But yet, then he went and fought Mikey for no strap. You know,
No
he
strap.
fought Ocampo for no strap, and I know that was a mandatory, but we all know that unifications trump mandatory. So
Now he's fighting
that's
Danny, no strap.
yep. I mean, it's just
I mean, hey, but you know what? Look, but hey, he got gifted his unification, right? He got gifted his green strap, right? So you know, let's get this VADA cracking, you know, 365. And then, you know, it's like, if he feel like Danny's a tune-up, go ahead. Because I don't mind somebody if once they went unified getting a tune-up. Although I don't feel he's a true champion in my eyes. But, you know, if you need a tune-up probably after getting your face beat on by Shawn. But
Tank
if you
better watch out. Tank better watch out because Spence will snatch up that Gamboa fight from him. Nah, I'm kidding. I don't think he'll go to stoop that low, but you know, and that's the other thing.
He gonna
Like,
go 54, bro.
like,
He gonna go on 54.
and people acting like Spence hasn't fought no bums, and there's a difference. Both of them are fighting kind of lackluster. I mean, with the exception of this Porter fight, you know, they've been fighting kind of lackluster competition. But it's like I said, you know, Crawford, he's fighting who he can get.
Yeah.
You know, he's trying to make unification fights. It's this guy who's talking about other side of the street and all this stuff. And I'm tired of hearing this whole shit about Top Rank. Listen, different promotional outfits been making fights with each other since there were promotional outfits. It's not an excuse. It's not a good one, at least. It's a bullshit excuse. There's no reason why Crawford couldn't have signed with Top Rank if they're going to pay him more money. It's not a good excuse. So,
And he's making more money too. Dude got $5 million up front for Khan, and then pay-per-view upside. While Spence gets what, $2 million up front for Porter and pay-per-view upside.
and I'm curious to see what numbers this fight did.
Oh, I mean, I ain't even been thinking about that. I ain't been caring. I just been so just like, wow, thinking about the whole fight in itself. But I don't even know what the numbers gonna be like.
I think after seeing the numbers, this is just my prediction, but I think people are gonna feel more like, as far as the purse is concerned, it's probably gonna a lot of people are gonna feel like it should be a 50-50 fight, because I don't think this fight did great pay-per-view numbers. We'll see. I could be wrong, but we'll see what numbers it did. I mean, he is unified, so he has that going for him. But then you can also make the argument where Crawford was undisputed and then moved up and got a belt his first fight at the welterweight division. So You know, I could see people being able to make an argument for a 50-50 split on that purse.
Hey, but Red, you know what's crazy? He gave Shawn Porter 50-50, but he can't give Crawford 50-50.
Wow.
Shit is bad, bro. All the way around the board, fam. The ducking season is just in full effect.
See, I don't even like talking about like the money and all that, but like when that's what's getting in the way of the fight being made, or at least an excuse, because I don't even think it's about the money. I think it's about the fact that he don't want to fight a fight that he thinks he gonna win.
Because he know he gonna make more money to fight Crawford than any of these guys. So he just, he most definitely just don't want to fight Crawford, man. Classic case of the nigga just don't want to fight this dude. He couldn't even hardly look Crawford in the eye when they first was sizing each other up. I was like, oh man, this dude be looking away and shit. And Crawford, like, it's almost like he looked through you. Like he don't care about that fat and whatever shit you got on your chain and the hoodie. He just worried about, like, nigga, if I fight you, how I'm gonna approach you, like, and what I'll do to you. Already sizing him up mentally. But Errol think it's about just being ego and being on pay-per-view and talking about numbers. That shit sounds stupid, bro. That shit sounds real stupid. Nobody care about that, bro. We watching the fight game because we want to see who is the best fighter. That's why we watch it. Like, these guys, man. That PBC shit. Mickey Ward says 325 million pay-per-view numbers. Mike Coppinger? They did 3? He did 3 with Shawn? Man, I gotta see drop a link if that's for real. Drop a link to the article, bro.
If he did do 3, I'll say I'm somewhat impressed.
I'm impressed too if he did 3 with Shawn. That's good. He didn't get my money, but that's good. He did that. Shout out to him. I thought it was gonna be somewhere like at the Bud Crawford, 100 of thousands and shit.
That's what I thought too.
But drop your source, nigga, in the chat. Link or out. Link or sniped.
Yeah, you see too many times where people say, "Oh, so and so said this," and then you look at the article and they're taking it out of context.
Nah, I just looked at it. I just looked at it. It's expected to be 200 pay-per-views. That's what's expected. I'm dead serious.
200,000?
Yeah, 200,000 pay-per-views. That's what it's expected to do. So that is 50,000 more than Amir Khan versus Crawford.
Wow. Yeah. Now you get timed out, Mickey. You get timed out for that. Timed out. Think about what you just fucking brought over here. The fuck you talking about? Yeah, they did 375. Let me find it. He said 325,000 buys. 325,000 buys and a possible 200,000 is way different, fam. Those two different numbers. Yeah, way off.
That makes a very big difference.
Idiot of the live stream, Mickey Ward with the 325,000 buys. That's why I said drop your link. Don't come here talking that greasy shit without the link ready. Who is it? All right, I got somebody else about to get timed out. Damn. Hey, oh no, I just removed the wrench then. The fuck you talking about? Talking about Bud Crawford ducking. Fuck out of here.
No. He wasn't that. He was saying that to somebody else. He wasn't saying that Crawford's ducking. That's JB. JB cool. He's actually a Crawford fan.
Oh, I must have misread the shit. Let me go back
He's talking to Armando.
Oh, my bad. My bad, man. Let me calm down. Shit. Mickey Ward came in with that bullshit, so my bad. I'm give Miss Wrench back. God damn. I was like, sniping, taking wrenches today. We ain't fooling around with these niggas. All right, there we go.
I think that was crazy. That comment that was about that they said Brooks sniped Porter. That was a close fight. That wasn't. It's not like Brooke blew him out, you know. And I have Brooke winning, but it wasn't. It was a close fight. It was no sniping going on there.
Hey, shout out to my dog Angel in the chat. Angel Santos in the building. UGC in this motherfucker. We in here. Go ahead, Red. My bad, bro. Just wanted to shout out your boy.
Oh no, it's all good. But yeah, there wasn't no sniping going on in that fight. Like, you know, yeah, Brooke won, but when Armando said that Brooke sniped, he said he sniped Porter in their fight. That was a close fight. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I don't know what fight he was watching.
Right.
Like, don't get me wrong, I had Brooke winning that fight too, but it was a close one. You know,
it just got me thinking. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he's a good fighter, but he's not that good. That's how I feel about him. Like, he's a good fighter. He's just not that good to me. You know, I feel like, you know, maybe if Brooke had a healthy fucking skull and shit, you know, he had a damn diesel skull, maybe he would have beat Errol Spence ass. Maybe. You know, seemed like he was doing all right from what I was seeing. Till that face went out. Face went out promotions.
Yeah.
Ty Legacy says, fuck that shit. Numbers, etc. Spence fans may as well admit that Spence don't want it right now. not deflect to pay-per-view numbers, etc. Deflecting BS on Crawford. Like, man, every time we want to talk about him and Bud Crawford, they want to start talking about niggas anklets and how many cars they got, how many pay-per-view numbers they got.
You could sit there and be like, yo, this is why I think Crawford will win the fight, man. You know what I'm saying? You could break it down and be like, yeah, so we should just try to get that fight. And you know what their response is? Is Crawford a star, though? Like, what? I'm like, I'm trying to see the fight. Y'all worry about stardom. Y'all worry about the wrong things. Can we see the fight? They scared. That's what it honestly comes down to me. I'm 100% sure Crawford will beat Spence. I'd even bet on it. I'm willing to bet on that. So whenever Spence feels like he's ready,
that. I wish they would try to make Crawford a heavy underdog or some bullshit. Ooh, I'm about to clean house. Clean house in Vegas. Please try to make Crawford an underdog if you want. Right, Trav? Trav would be ready.
That's what I was about to say. Trav, you know, talk to Trav about that. You know, he's made some good money.
Hell yeah. He was bragging the hell about that shit. And then he had one video, he's like, God damn, I lost some money.
Hey, so
he got his ups and downs.
Is Spence in VADA clean boxing program now since he's WBC champion, right?
Well, hey, look, that's another new thing that they took away. That's what I was trying to get to. I had a brain fart earlier. That's another thing that they added or took away since Errol Spence came around. Now they don't even put VADA on their goddamn box rack. Right around during his same training camp, they took it off the damn box rack.
I'm gonna step away from my phone real quick, so I'll be right back.
Let me ask Trav. Trav should know. Hey, Trav, is Spence in the clean boxing program? Because I know you be always on that website, so you would know.
We need an answer, Trav. Get on your motherfucking typewriter, you know, with a screen on it. And we need the information.
Oh shit! If he is in VADA, I think Danny might beat him. I'm gonna be honest, because no, for real. If the version that fought Mikey Garcia is about to fight Danny, Danny might get him.
Right. They went real quiet with the testing in this fight. We know why too, and it didn't make no goddamn difference anyway. Shawn beat his ass. I was like, whatever. Oh well, whatever. I'm like, I just seen him get his ass whooped, so whatever. If you was just or not, I think you still got whooped. I don't give a fuck. At this point, you should have been. If you was doing something, you stupid. If you didn't do something, oh well. Nigga, you should have did something and then just got caught. Your ass got beat.
Trav said the WBC told him via email. This Trav be working close to VADA and shit. That's crazy.
Wow. So salute to him. I got to do a video about that. You know, there is some good coming out of this ass whooping, Errol. You are in the VADA Clean Boxing program. I'm happy, fam. You know how long? God damn! You know how long it took for us to get to this day? Errol Spence is in the clean boxing program. Has the wait really ended? Trav, say it ain't so. For real? That is a trip. Fox Strike says, had Spence winning by 3 points. You see how he got the rifle? Somebody sniped this. Get this nigga. What you talking about? Fox Strikes. You strike out, sir. You struck out. Spence did not win by no damn 3 rounds. You tripping. Strike out.
Yeah, the Danny Garcia fight, that shit's going to be tough for Spence. You know what I'm saying? People just think Spence is like some robot or some shit that you're just going to walk through everybody. That's not happening.
Yeah, man. Todd says none of these conversations were talked about when Spence had no one on resume as a prospect when calling out Keith. Now his pay-per-view numbers, resume, how good is Crawford? How good is Crawford lineup? Double standard. Well, we know Corey Lee is Team Swift. He says I think Danny Garcia matches up well. I think you do too, though. Shit. After seeing that fight, what was your scorecard? Who'd you have winning the fight, Corey? I kind of guessing in my mind. I ain't seen no videos on him yet, so you know. Who'd you have winning the fight, Corey? Indigenous says Danny is a good counterpuncher, but I'm favoring Spence. But got Thurman beating Spence. Hey, he didn't get that. Hold up, homie didn't get the email.
Oh, 1-2 kid? Maybe not.
Damn, man, you gotta be reminding me, dog. Damn.
Hey, someone to flame on too. See if he wants to jump on.
Okay, where you at? What's his email?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, he was on here before, right?
Because he was in the chat. I don't even think he's on the live stream.
Oh, all right. Never mind then.
Because I don't have his email. Timasano. Okay, let me get this to him. Is the audio still up, unbiased? Because I got to switch to a different screen.
Yeah, the audio's good.
Okay, all right. Just let me know. But yeah, man. I don't know if you see any Yeah, but Danny and Errol's a good fight, man. That's a good fight, and I think it's a dangerous fight for Errol because now you're gonna get in there with a puncher, a guy who can actually crack. You know, I mean, I think Danny has proved to everybody that he can crack and take a punch. That's a dangerous combination that Errol gonna have to deal with. A nigga who can crack and can take a punch. You know, so hey, he been in there with Shawn. He been hit by Shawn. He been in there with Keith. Been hit by Keith, and I don't think Danny came out looking as bad as Errol against Shawn. Just saying. Face beat in promotions, nigga. Man down. You know, man face. Let me get this. Oh, maybe because I'm doing it from. So when you're doing this duck yard, man, shit different. Different level. All right, here we go. So y'all let me get situated. Well, salute to everybody that's tuning in, man. You know, not everybody's able to catch the damn live stream, so salute to the ones that are catching the live and the ones catching the playback. Salute.
Trav made a good point. Angel Garcia definitely gonna make sure VADA is involved in that fight.
Danny Garcia?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yep. This is really the moment truth. That's what I said. When I see him in that fight, I was like, you know what? It's the big leagues right here. You're in the big leagues now. I was just like, wow. Can't believe what I'm seeing.
I think Ugas could beat Spence, to be honest with you. I really do.
He ducked him.
After watching that fight, I think.
Didn't he already duck that fight?
Yeah, he did. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, even now, he's talking about even now, he'll still get the work. He ducked it then. You get in there with him now, could be a problem because that's another strong welterweight, big, and you might just put the hands on him.
Counterpuncher.
Counter puncher too, yeah. So and Errol Spence's defense is garbage. It's garbage. Corey Lee said, hold on, let me go to the other screen. Hold up. That's the only thing about doing it on this phone. Let me get to Corey's comment. He said, I had Spence winning, but I said I wouldn't be surprised or mad if Porter won. I just don't know. The people that felt that they had Spence win, I just don't know what y'all watch, man. I really don't. I watched it twice, and I just seen Shawn clearly winning. But I do agree with you in your next comment. You said, if I can find it, something about Crawford, Spence being food. You know, I did see that.
Imagine if Spence didn't get that knockdown.
I mean, it still was a clear win to me, but that just made it more entertaining, you know, and more exciting in the fight, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, I still seen him getting his ass whooped. Just being real.
Yeah, I had a 7-5 Porter. It was a close fight, but yeah, man, I just think Porter he did the more telling shots, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah. Did y'all see Trav's comment?
What do you say?
He says the only stoppage he has on VADA is Kell, who stopped himself. No, I got to give it credit to Earl. I mean, Earl did do the damage to make him take the knee. I know you're still a little emotional about that, Trav. He still made the nigga take a knee though, fam. So
Well, you can't
he gets credit.
you can't even give him full credit on that though, because he was damaged from fighting Triple G.
Yeah, that's a fact. Those two medical
Yeah,
extensions to not fight, man.
right.
That that matters to me because Kell Brook told the world he was not ready for that fight. Those two medical extensions he put in to not fight Spence was not just because he didn't want to fight Spence. He just felt like he wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? So that
Ty
matters. I feel like
says,
yeah.
go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
bro. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say a healthy 100% Kell Brook. I feel like would beat. I think it beats Spence.
Yeah, I just after that fight, it just made me think about it. You know, and see, look, that's what people's preconception was going into this fight was that Errol was gonna just walk through Shawn Porter because Errol beat Kell Brook, and that just showed you like people don't know shit about boxing, bro. You know, just thinking because another guy beat a guy that you could just automatically beat him because you beat that guy, right? Don't work like that. Not all the time. Styles make fights. Corey Lee says Spence versus Porter could be fight of the year. I mean, that's up for debate for sure. That one and then the Manny Keith fight was back and forth too. It was throwing hellacious PED shots at each other, back and forth. So I don't know. And then they had the AJ shit this year.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
don't know if
that's
that's. Yeah, I don't know if that's fight of the year, but that was probably upset of the
oh yeah,
decade.
definitely upset. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you're definitely a
I
decade.
I agree that Manny. I think Manny could beat Spence. You know, after watching that fight, his like you said, his defense, his footwork, he's flat-footed, and Manny has good footwork. Actually, underrated footwork, underrated ring IQ. Manny Pacquiao is actually a really good boxer. People always sleep on that because of his fighting style, but he adapts to certain in certain fights. You can see him adapting. He has a good ring IQ, and I don't think Earl Spence's ring IQ is as high as everybody's saying it is. So I mean, Manny definitely could beat him. If Manny was in his prime, he would slaughter and obliterate. I think the whole division, honestly, including Crawford. So But even this old version of Manny, I think, is enough to possibly beat Spence.
I pick definitely pick Pacquiao to beat the fuck out of Spence though. Nigga for damn sure. Corey Lee says Spence was partying and drinking right after the fight. Will the partying catch up to him? You mean this recent fight with Shawn Porter? That you talking about? I hope not. You know, because he really out of here.
He need to sign up for AA meetings and shit, bro. He drinking way too much to be a professional boxer. What
I mean,
the
it's his
hell is his
first loss,
problem?
really. Realistic is his first loss, so I mean, shit, he probably depressed. He got a drink and shit. It's what it is. Indigenous says if he didn't get knocked down, that was his belt. I had Spence by a point to win. All body shots wasn't low blows. I didn't count low blows. They counted low blows. That's what we trying to tell you. You might not have counted low blows. They counted low blows. And they accredited a lot of Shawn Porter's work to Arrow. You know what I'm saying? Shawn Porter was not getting credited for what he was doing. I don't know what y'all was watching. You know, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I saw Shawn clearly winning the fight. Clearly. Even with the knockdown. But believe what you want to believe, you know. Feel how you feel. Fox Strike says perhaps Spence and Brook could meet again at 154. Why? For what? You know,
Yeah, he's done. He's finished.
that don't even make sense. For what? An unnecessary money grab? Like, you know, that's just a fight to another fight you're supposed to win. Like, I got Spence probably beating Brook again. At this point, Brook is not the same fighter. You know, but we know what type of fighter Errol Spence is now, you know, but it's what it is. He a little bit better than Brook. Just a little bit.
Does Brook want to have to go through getting his nuts punched around again? I don't know.
So. Exactly. That's another fact that they keep leaving out is these foul balls. He keep fouling dudes in the balls, and people are acting like they don't realize this shit or they don't see it. You know what I'm saying? So hey, that's what it is. Y'all just gotta you know, come back to reality with this shit. Corey Lee says Spence was drinking after the Porter loss. Oh yeah, he done. He out of here. See, he do a lot of talking. Yeah, man, I got to cut weight. And he was probably drunk when he did that Twitter post talking about how I need to just start dropping weight. Nigga had an epiphany after he was fucking fucked up off Ciroc.
Hey, the truth comes out when you're drunk, right? That's
right. Exactly what happened, nigga. He was having a truth moment. He really came to the truth yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Or day before. You know, I'm a day behind y'all, man. I had to do some shit yesterday.
Yeah, you got LDBC channels begging for Blu-ray to come back. I think that shit is hilarious, man. They out here begging and pleading for Blu-ray to come back to Spence's Corner.
I don't understand why when Errol was cocky about the shit. I don't have no nutritionist. I don't have no strength and conditioning. He was happy about the shit. I get it out the mud. He getting out his shit out the mud. Why do he need Blu-ray? Make it make sense. He get out the mud. It's him. He that dude. So we gotta see him. Hold on to them straps, bro. Hold on to them straps. You know. But yeah, did y'all see Nose Ring Promotions promoting his next fight?
Oh, Wilder, yeah.
With Luis 58-year-old Ortiz.
Yeah, man. I hope that, you know, I feel like that, hey, that fight could be an upset, man. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like Luis Ortiz he's gonna get up for this fight. This is his last chance, to be honest, because we know he don't really, or he's not allowed to go work with Eddie Hearn apparently, or whatever happened. I don't know. But, you know, depending on if Andy Ruiz wins that belt or not, which I don't see Andy Ruiz giving him a title shot for what, you know, especially if he loses again. So this is his last, you know, chance, honestly. So he might get up for this fight.
Wow. You actually think Ortiz got a chance? I mean, at this point, bro, that would be like the end of the puzzle right there. If Deontay Wilder go down, after the year that the PBC has been having, man, if Deontay Wilder go down to Luis Ortiz, bro, it's over. That shit out of here. It's a wrap. You know, somebody gonna buy him out or just retreat promotions. Indigenous says, well, then we can almost say Thurman was robbed of his win or draw. Versus who? Shawn? Which fight? Because to me, like we talked about that already. You know, like Keith Thurman beat Porter clearly than what the hell y'all trying to say. His was decisive. I mean, not
Yeah.
decisive, but it was it wasn't more of a controversy with the victory
Oh,
than this
he's
shit.
talking about Pacquiao. He's talking about Pacquiao.
What about Pacquiao? Talking about he was robbed with the fight?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
I mean, Keith Keith got his ass whipped, dog. I mean, I thought it was a close fight. You know, you could have edged it to Keith, but he just got his ass whipped, bro. He got hit with too many devastating shots in the fight to where it was just hard for a judge to just give him the fight, especially
Yeah,
looking at him and shit.
that fight's different. You can't even really compare it to Porter versus Spence because, Manny Pacquiao was the one landing the more telling blows. Dropped Thurman early, made him spit out his mouthpiece. And he was just, honestly, to me, he was just beating up Spence in that fight. I mean, beating up Thurman in that fight. But this fight was a lot different because Porter, to me, was landing the more telling blows, knocking Spence out of position, knocking his head back, and being the aggressor. And Spence fought a dumb fight. He fought Porter's fight. He fought at Porter's pace. He sat there and brawled with the brawler instead of outboxing him, which, I mean, whatever. But that's, to me, is a dumb game plan. But I guess he wanted to show he could beat Porter at his own game. But every time that Porter was landing hooks, Spence was getting buckled. That, you know what I mean? So that's like a different fight to compare. Whereas Pacquiao was landing the more telling blows, and Thurman was landing blows, but not as much as Porter was landing on Spence, in my opinion.
He's saying Thurman versus Porter was closer than Spence versus Porter. No, I think that it was a close fight between Porter and Keith, but in this fight, I felt like Porter clearly outboxed Spence. He won this fight to me. I feel like you could make a back and forth. You could say it could go either way, maybe with Keith and Shawn, but Shawn and Errol, I clearly saw Shawn winning that fight. Clearly. I didn't see a close fight from what you're saying. I just didn't.
Yeah, Thurman used the ropes to his advantage in that fight. He adapted in that fight. He leaned on the ropes and would hit Porter with uppercuts and work his body off of the ropes like a rope-a-dope type shit. And, whereas Spence was just getting hit flush. You know what I mean? Yeah, Porter got him hurt to the body, but how many times did Porter
My
buckle
fault.
Thurman?
My fault. I agree with you, but it just depends on in what sense you're looking at it. If you felt, because he did say Thurman versus Porter was closer, because that was a closer fight. But the Spence versus Porter wasn't as close as that fight. But that's because I felt, but I believe Porter clearly won the fight. So just depending on how you feel about it, on which side. He said he had Errol beating Porter 8-4. No, couldn't agree with you more. Definitely not. So no, I agree with your last statement, but we just got it switched. I had Shawn clearly winning the fight. Armando says Thurman was on the ropes a lot. Then the Porter fight. Porter was the aggressor. I mean, Porter is just a difficult style for anybody. He's gonna come forward with a lot of aggression. He's gonna be in shape and strong and just dogging you, and you got to be ready for that. And I just think that Shawn Man's style it's probably the toughest style in the welterweight division, probably. I still think Crawford is the most skilled, but as far as toughest, as far as physicality and having to move a lot more than you ever have moved and having to just be on point at every second because Shawn, he feints his way in. He was able to get in on the inside real easy with with Errol. Real easy with Errol. I was just like, damn, this is not it's easy work. Errol had to fight that fight because he couldn't do nothing with Shawn. Shawn was able to get in when he wanted to, get out clean if he wanted to. Even if he get hit clean, he'll try to get some get back, get his points back. Like Shawn was winning.
Right. And when they were sitting there brawling, Shawn was getting the best of it because he was actually hurting Spence. He was buckling Spence. Whereas when Spence was landing shots, Porter was just continuously coming after him. So I mean, and Porter was the aggressor in the Spence fight as well. Porter is always the aggressor. Besides Danny, he chose to box Danny from the outside, which I think was a good game plan because again, you don't want to sit there and trade with Danny. You're playing into his game. So.
Yeah. So Armando says, so was Keith. So many people thought Porter beat Thurman, and Porter clearly landed more punches. Yeah, a lot of people, that's why I say you can make an argument for that. That was a really close fight. He may have landed more punches, but Keith's punches was so clear, and he landed more of the cleaner, effective punches throughout the fight. Whereas in that fight, Shawn was smothering a lot of his shit, even though he landed more, but a lot of them judges probably wasn't scoring that because it was just a lot of smothered stuff. And he was using the ropes and all of that stuff, but
one two kid said he didn't get an email.
God damn, man, what's up with this shit? All right, well, go ahead and read some comments. If you need to, and let me get this shit situated.
All right, Indigenous Black Jaguar says, "What about Spence saying before the fight, Shawn, all your fights are close and split? That shows Porter made this fight, but Spence still won't give him any credit." Yeah, you know what? I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Spence, I don't like his attitude to.
Hey, do you have his email?
Nah.
Oh, okay. I know he had his email. I don't know why it's not even in. But go ahead. I'm just gonna take me a little minute.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what else we got in here. Keith had the cleaner shots and the defense. Defense is criteria, not just punches. What fight are you talking about, Tyrone Legacy? You talking about the Porter fight? Because then I agree with you. I agree that
Hey, I'm biased. Have you had a chance to address he knows his Spence?
Oh wow.
Nah. He's on suicide watch probably because he made 100 videos talking
about how he was gonna bulldoze.
Yeah. Oh man, that's not what happened.
Well, I was talking before I went on my little hiatus. I was talking with D Jefferson one day, and I was just like, that's a lot of videos to make. And if Spence don't deliver on it, then you got 100 videos looking like a fool.
Yep.
And yeah, you can go and delete them, but that's gonna take them a little while. That's why it doesn't pay to be a fanboy.
But Red, he's out here.
Real quick, hey, 1-2 Kid, drop your email one more time, man, because maybe I put it in wrong. It's like Tim Escana or something. So maybe I put it in wrong. Drop your email one more time, and I'll get you on.
Yeah, Red, he's out here saying that Spence is the new Floyd. This fight is comparable to Floyd versus Maidana, and he's saying that no, I'm dead. I'm not even making this up. This is exactly what he said for an excuse of why Spence performed the way he did. See, this is the thing. He made 100 videos saying Shawn Porter cannot box at all. He said Shawn Porter can't box. Shawn Porter is going to get bulldozed. Shawn Porter has no boxing ability. He is a barroom fighter. He's trash. Stay with Real TV. They all said Shawn Porter can't box and he's trash. Yet a lot of people, including PBC fighters and writers for the PBC platform, had Shawn Porter winning the fight. So what does that say about Earl Spence then? You know what I mean? Like that's the thing that he's not understanding. When you trash a fighter that your fighter's about to fight and he struggles with that fighter, then
you call him an easy road and all of that.
Right.
Like, come on now.
What does that say about you? Right.
Ego problem, man.
Yeah,
he need to humble himself.
It doesn't pay off to be a fanboy. It just doesn't.
Nah, man.
Because even if your guy wins, because you trash his opponent so much, how much credit can you really give him after he wins?
Don't
Like
make
if you
sense,
just
bro.
if you just stay honest, and give both guys their props, if your guy wins, you can give him more credit than if you were to say that he's fighting somebody who's trash.
Right. Like, I don't think Spence is garbage. I don't think he's trash. You know what I'm saying? I think he's very skilled. I can't wait until he gets in the ring with Crawford so we can see who is the better fighter. You know what I'm saying? That's why we want to see them fight, because we think highly of both. I'm not sitting, I feel like Porter edged the fight because he was the workhorse in the fight. He worked more. And to me, he landed the more telling shots. I made a compilation video of Shawn Porter punching Spence in the face because people were acting like he wasn't landing on Spence. And I was just like, where were you guys watching? So it is what it is.
Well, Spence's face tells a different story.
Exactly. Look at
Yeah,
the face.
if you look at their side by side in the post fight press conference, Shawn Porter looked like he got out the shower, and Spence looked like he been in a war.
He was in a
Yeah.
war. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Again, Shawn Porter's a tough fight for anyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Including Crawford. I feel like it would be a tough fight, but I feel like Crawford would make the adjustments because that's his style. He adapts
Yeah.
to pretty much anything. He adapts. I didn't see that from Spence. I don't want to hear the excuse of, oh, he just wanted to fight his fight. How many excuses do we got for this guy? Now he just wanted to box the 135 pounder to show he could box. Now he brawls with Shawn because Shawn made it that fight. Now he just wanted to show that he can brawl with Shawn. Nah, come on, man. So what next? What's next? What's next? He's gonna no look hook with Danny. He's just gonna close his eyes and start hooking off because he wants to see who's better at it. Like, come on, man. I'm not falling for that.
Man, shout out to the bias. Indigenous says I was so rooting for Porter but scored it. Unbiasedly, Porter was the workhorse, but not all shots landed flush. Some were blocked. Some people are biased. Shawn clearly landed more shots. He clearly won the fight. Your boy had a good moment. If he didn't have that moment in that 11th round, this wouldn't even be a conversation. Wouldn't even be a conversation. I got thrilled about that knockdown, like that won the fight. Knockdowns don't win fights, man. Knockouts win fights, but if somebody can outpoint you for 12, they win the fight. They can score more points, they win the fight. They had all that shit rigged. I mean, all you got to do is go back and watch it. Look at the first 4 rounds and just watch how the work that he was doing that they was not giving him the credit for. Just got to look at it. I'm not making it up. So at the end of the day,
yeah, that was wild. That was wild, man. The compy box, I feel like that was definitely rigged for Spence. You know what I'm saying? Because Shawn was landing 8-piece combinations and he get like 3 points for it. I'm like, yo, what? Errol Spence a block a punch and they give him a point.
Hey, look what Ty Legacy said. He said Porter looked like he had some ability when he was slipping punches in the pocket and turning Spence on them ropes, changing the angle of his attack. 100 videos debunked by round 4.
Yeah.
That bulldog shit debunked by that 4th round. It's out. Get it out of here. Let me see.
Yo, I got a question, man. Did we see Danny eat? All right, go ahead.
No, Sonya Dumas says even his baby was pointing to his face. She looks sad. Some shit.
Hey, yo. I was gonna say when Porter fought Danny, did we see Danny eat shots like that? Because now I got to rewatch that fight, but I don't feel like I seen Danny get.
I think Danny defense. I think low key Danny got a better defense than Errol. Yeah, I mean Errol was getting hit a lot more than what they gave Shawn credit for. I just tell you that. Look at the face. He got his ass beat. But
I'm gonna have to watch that fight again.
Who do you guys see him for?
Hey, I didn't put enough S's in there, man. My bad. What's up, 1-2 kid?
It's good. I just want to touch on the stuff too, though, that you guys are talking about. I felt like I feel that Shaw definitely won that fight, man.
Oh wow,
Um,
you feel Sean won the fight?
absolutely, absolutely. I think he won the fight, man. It was kind of garbage, man. The way they did it, like from the CompuBox to the two judges to the ref himself,
Hmm.
like
Yeah,
it was a fair shake whatsoever. It was a good
right,
fight. It was close, but if you went round by one round, I think Sean definitely pulled it off. And
right.
It's funny. Even in round 11, the round that he got dropped, to me he was winning that round.
Hmm.
He was outworking him, and he was landing, had him on the ropes, spinning him, cutting angles, doing his hut shit, and he was just beating Spence up to me. You know what I'm saying? He was bullying him. So I mean, I don't know, man. I don't
Yeah.
know how he got robbed like that.
Child Legacy says Danny does have better defense than Spence. Yeah, I just think he do. I mean, I just think like he got in there with top competition, and guys at the top level know how to get to you. They know how to land punches. You know, they know how to work their way in intelligently. And that's one thing I liked about Shawn Porter is he's not just coming in wild no more with his head. He didn't do that in this fight. He
Nope.
comes in there very intelligently. He was feinting, and he was able to get in and out whenever he felt like he needed to. And when he got in trouble, switch angles, spin him around, work, and get back on his back foot if he need to. Like Sean was working, bro. Sean was boxing
And
beautifully in there.
he out jabbed Spence. He out
Yeah,
jabbed Spence. Like Spence is known for I mean, everybody's clamoring about his jab, and what I'm saying, him, Jamal Charlo. Yeah, like I said, he's the third Charlo. But the way
yeah,
that he jabs, yo, Porter was out jabbing him. He was using a jab like a flickering jab to basically put Spence into position for that right hand, and it was working a lot. So man, I don't know.
yeah. Well, you know, 1-2
Did
kid,
you?
man. What'd you feel about? Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Not gonna say what y'all too, but I was gonna say 1-2 kid. What'd you feel about the other fights like David Benavidez? And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Keep my opinion first before you go. He looked cool, man. I'm just not all the way impressed with David Benavidez. I'm not. He's too slow. He flat footed. Relies a lot on the jab. Um, he's just not all that to me, man. I feel like Caleb Plant does have a good chance versus him. Um, Callum Smith will probably stop him, something because I just don't think he's just too slow, man. He's just too slow, and I just wasn't that impressed with him. I think Anthony Durrell was able to do some good things in spots in that fight. But what's your thoughts on that fight too, and just anything else you want to add it from the whole card?
um, I would have to say, uh, when it comes to the Spence fight, I mean not the Spence fight, but the Benavidez fight. Um, it was y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, I felt like it was like he just kind of walked Darrell down because he knew Darrell's legs. He couldn't run because of his age for too long, and I was like, that's what I felt when I was watching it. The same thing you said, like he was real slow on his feet. Benavidez was, and Darrell was doing well, but then out the blue, it was just like he just started slowing down. And Benavidez got very quick hands, but I'm like, damn, his bottom don't match his top. You know what I'm saying? But but in actuality, like I think he just didn't feel he needed to use his feet. I don't know if he can, but I didn't. I felt like he was just using his age against him. You know what I mean? Like because that's the first thing to go is your legs. So you know, I don't
Yeah.
know. I think he got good hands if he's in the pocket. But as for the movement, I think Caleb Plant would give him issues. But Caleb Plant
Mhm.
sometimes fights in spurts too and takes rounds off. So, you know, is he going to be able to keep that up all night for 12 rounds? Maybe. He's slick. He can move. I mean, he just got to do more running, I guess.
Yeah, how'd you guys see that Mario Barrios fight? I feel like that last knockdown, man, that saved him.
I felt like yeah. I mean, and I was pulling for him, man, because I seen him fight in person, and he a real cool dude, man. But I didn't really feel like he won that fight, man. Just being honest. He did good early on, but the dude that he had in front of him, man, seemed like he had a lot of experience, and the pressure was getting to him. And he don't have no inside game. His inside game is garbage, and he
Yeah.
could not deal with that pressure for the whole duration of the fight. And that just comes with experience, man. So he got to definitely get his conditioning up to par, and just had to get in there with the right type of people, maybe in sparring, to prepare him for that style, because it didn't seem like he was prepared for that.
Yeah, I agree, man. I thought Virgil Hunter would have better advice, something to do in the ring, to prepare him for each round, but it didn't seem like that was the case, or he just wasn't able to do what he initially did in his previous fights. He gave up his height in this fight. He gave up his height a lot. I didn't like that. He didn't work behind the jab as much. Plus, the guy he was fighting is actually a really good amateur. Really had really good amateur background. So I think he needed a fight like this, though. He scored a knockdown early in the match, and then he scored another one late. And I feel like he did earn most of the early rounds. So I
Hmm.
can see why he got the fight. I feel like he needed that last knockdown to
Right,
actually edge him to win the fight, for me at least.
right, right. Me too. And just like, I just, even with him getting the victory, I just don't feel too good about what I saw from him. I'm just like, you got a lot to work on, man, because it's like a blueprint is out there now. Like, just apply a lot of pressure, just be in shape, and just keep constant pressure on. Just watch him, be careful early on, because he's dangerous early on. Like, I think his fight before that, he stopped a guy to the body or something early, or some shit. So I mean, I
Yeah,
know that he can punch, but it's like taking him in deep water, putting enough pressure on him to where now he got to move more than he used to, just to avoid my pressure. And then by the fifth, sixth round, he's slowing down. Now I'm able to hit him, because that's really what a short dude should always do. Apply a whole lot of pressure, get the taller guy feeling that jab a lot and moving, and then fifth, sixth round, they slowing down. You know,
yeah, he looked gassed a lot, man. The rounds like 8, 9, I thought he was almost about to get stopped. To be
yeah,
honest,
yeah, it
I
was look
really
bad,
did.
man.
Yeah,
Now Jamal Wright in the chat just said this. See, this is why you can't do this with us, man, because we got good memories. He said Spence will reign supreme at welterweight. Every fight not gonna be easy. It's boxing. But you told us, this is what you told us though. You said he was knocking out Shawn Porter, and that's the easy
easy.
fight.
Yeah,
Didn't you
you
say
did.
that? Now you talking about, he gonna reign from supreme. Every fight not gonna be easy. It's boxing. You wasn't saying that. Keep the same energy. Keep the same energy. You was not saying that, bro. You got on live talking about, and we asked you. He did knock out Mikey, but what makes him think he gonna knock out Shawn? We asked you that question. You was giving us all this explanation of how he was gonna do that. You said it was a man down, and you back in the chat talking shit. This nigga right here, bro.
Hey, 1-2 kid, how did you actually score the Spence fight? Like how'd you have it? 8-4, 7-5?
I had it probably about 7-5, and there was swing rounds, and
Right.
and there was some swing rounds in there because I'm not taking anything away from Spence. I felt like he did a good job, but he couldn't. I don't know. He didn't control that fight. Like, there were moments where he just had to fight. You know what I mean?
Everybody
Yep.
keeps saying
Because
he fought Sean's fight, so that tell you in itself,
he
like,
didn't
and
have a
then
choice though.
he didn't,
Right.
right?
Exactly. He didn't
He
have a
didn't
He
have
choice.
a
didn't.
choice because I mean, the only one that I seen that really neutralized him was Kell Brook.
Yeah. Yep.
Because
And
he
that
held him,
came with a lot of hope.
because that nigga up by said he had him like a lost relative and shit, long lost relative and shit.
Yep.
So yeah, he hugged the hell out of him.
Yeah, he was hugging him, but he neutralized him too. And Spence couldn't do that for whatever reason. And I think Spence would have a hard time with anybody with really good feet. Like, if Thurman
Yep.
was healthy, it'd be a dangerous fight for Spence. After watching that
Yeah,
fight, I was like, because he's explosive, he's got good feet. If he could be healthy, I mean, and if he just got on his A game and didn't do a lot of sparring or hit the bag too much, and just got his physical up without too much
He
going on, he'd be
gasses
all
though.
right.
He
Yeah,
gasses
yeah,
though, Thurman. Yeah.
yeah, he gasses, and that might hurt him, but that'll make for an exciting fight because if I'll just put it like this: if Sean was tagging him
And he
like
gasses
he
because
tagged
he
him,
got the same issue Earl got. He keep ballooning up in weight in between fights.
that's right. But what I'm trying to say is, if Thurman was tagging him with them shots, what type of response would Earl had?
That's true. You got a good because Porter not really a big puncher, and you know what I'm saying, and he was rocking Spence. So
Mhm.
now you're right.
But he's a
Yeah,
little light in the body too, though. So that would help
yeah,
Spence. So it'd be exciting. It'd be an exciting fight. But I still think, I think Bud just beats everybody.
yeah.
Everybody. It's just the way I feel about it. Cause I'm like, this dude's got like crazy skills. He's quicker than most of the guys in the welterweight division. He got more skills than most of the guys in the welterweight division. And
He adapts better than
he can
everybody.
switch up. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's what makes a champion. You know what I mean? If you can
Right.
if you can adjust, make adjustments on the fly, instead of taking 2, 3 rounds to make adjustments and then boom, you're 3 rounds down. He don't do that.
Yeah.
And he controls, he's constant. I've never seen a fighter more comfortable in the ring than him. Like he's just comfortable in
Right.
there. And he
He be in
playing
the
the
ring
mind
so
game.
fucking much, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like what he did with the Postal. Postal wanted to fight, he wanted to box. When Postal wanted to box, he wanted to fight.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so I mean, he's just too slick for these guys. Not to mention that he got longer reach than all of them too. He got 73-inch reach.
We seen what Floyd was
So
able to do a lot of catch with that long
yeah,
reach.
his was like 72. And now
Mhm.
you keep that in mind. He got good speed, good feet. He could do everything. And
Yep.
I'm like, I don't really giving this dude a problem. Like I'm sure he might have some tough rounds, but I really feel like he he takes over the division, and everyone got an excuse to why they ain't fighting this guy. He on the other side of the street. Nobody recognizes the WBO title all of a sudden. You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
like, come on, man, it's all bullshit. It really is. I don't want to care. I don't care how many titles. I mean, we gotta hold people accountable, man. Like for instance, just because he just Spence just won the WBC, run it to it, give it to him. It's on paper. He has it. I get it. But how did he win that fight? Because of corrupt judges? Because he was favored in Vegas? You know what I mean? When do we hold these people accountable? Get, I get, like, I get the politics. I get the money.
I'm
But
gonna
at
tell
what
you like
point?
this. This is the solution for Errol Spence. How he can solve all of this shit and the shit'll go away. You got to run the shit back. Got to.
You nah. Let him keep going. Let him keep going. Fight Danny next.
No, but he said
No,
just
bro,
go to
no,
Danny.
no. Go fight Danny next,
I
because
mean, you gonna always have that shit over your head. Like, man, niggas know Sean beat him, so it's like you sometimes you might just had an off night. So run that shit back and let everybody know. Yeah, I just had a bad camp or some shit. I didn't have whatever. Let me whoop his ass. Use your dumb excuses and shit. He got to run that
I,
fade back.
I don't.
Hey,
I,
who?
I don't. I don't think Danny's gonna be. I don't think Danny's gonna have as easy a
But
time
he is about the money, so he
as
gonna
Shawn
go for that
Porter.
Danny bag.
Yeah, well, Danny
That's
was
the Danny
waiting,
bag.
and I
Yeah.
used to say that in my video. He was waiting for somebody to get 2 titles before he jumped up. He could have been got
Damn.
that WBO title,
That's
or
crazy
if
how
he
Danny
thought
waited for
so.
that opportunity.
Yeah, he
Danny
waited.
playing chess, bro.
Yeah, because he know them Puerto Ricans gonna come out, and he got the bag, whether he got the title or he don't.
Hey, who the A side in that?
I'd say Danny.
It's gonna be a 50-50 because he got the titles, but
Is this
you
nigga the
know, Danny bringing
50-50?
the tickets. Danny bringing
Hey,
the
That's true.
tickets.
we need to start
Yep.
calling this nigga A side 50-50.
But not when it comes to Bud.
A side 50-50. That's where we at with it. That's a new hashtag. This man out here, he's saying he A side, but he doing 50-50 with everybody. We equal. It's like it's both of ours. We just leave it at my house. Looking at us, nigga.
Yo, to be honest, all of them are on the same level to me. Like Spence, Danny, you know, because listen, when they all stepped up in competition with each other, nobody got stopped, and they all did not look dominant. Besides, maybe I think Thurman cleanly beat Danny. You know what I mean? But I think Porter beat Danny better than Thurman did. And I think Thurman beat Porter
Yeah,
better than Spence did. You see what I'm saying? So it's like
yeah, right,
they all
right.
they all struggling with each other. And I feel like Bud, like 1-2 Kid said, I feel like Bud, if he could beat these guys. and he probably wouldn't struggle with them because he'll adapt to everything they're doing. They don't really adapt too much. Thurman does. I'll give him that. Thurman could adapt here and there, but Spence, he more so ups the pace, or he just gets beat up. You know what I'm saying? So, and he'll use his grit. But I don't really see him adapting. I didn't see him adapt in that fight. Am I tripping? Did you guys see him adapt?
That's why Derrick James get the smoke.
Nah, he either steps on the gas like you said, or that's about it. You know, I think he adapted against Mikey because he's like, well, why am I going to sit here and slug with this guy? And I think that's going to be a problem if he fights Danny, because Danny don't have them feet to close the distance.
Is Derrick James? Let me ask y'all something. Is Derrick James teaching Errol anything, or is he just helping him to get prepared and be in shape and holding the mitts?
Probably
I
holding the
don't think
mitts.
he's doing anything for him.
What is he teaching Errol, bro? Because I've heard all this shit about Errol's been the same way. He's been special and all of this. So if this is really all Errol, because like I said, I don't remember him giving no credit to what you call it, Derrick James after the fight. I want to think about training for this down. Maybe he did. Maybe I missed it, but he was saying he got it out the mud.
I don't think he did.
All he did was wear Derrick James' shirt, but that's about it.
I think he just patting him on his back, like, go get him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
That's it. Just keep running. You got it.
Right. Yo, actually,
you a hype man.
The lady was asking. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, he a hype man mid-hold.
Oh,
go ahead.
The lady was asking Derrick James a question, right? And as that was happening, Porter was hitting Spence to the body and digging it into his body and hitting him with an uppie. And then Derrick James, the lady said, "Oh, what do you think about what's happening right now?" Derrick James like, "No, we want that to happen." I'm like, "Wait, what? What are you talking about?" I was just confused. Yeah, we want to make that. We wanted this fight to be like this. No, you didn't. No, you did not want this fight to be like this. See, they've got built-in excuses over there. We gonna fight him at his fight. Like, come on.
And if he did, he needs a new coach. Nobody wants to see their fighter taking damage.
I didn't like what Kenny said either, though. I'm gonna keep it 100. I didn't like when Kenny said, give up your body so you go up top. I mean, I understand it, and obviously Porter's very durable.
Yeah.
He said what? You said what?
Give up.
Kenny told Porter, give up the body so you can counter up top. That's what Kenny told Porter in the corner. And I was like, what? Why not just take a step to the side or step back, cut an angle, something different? Why you gotta get hit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't tell my fighter that.
Well, you know you got a known body puncher in front of you.
Right. It worked though, because Shawn was buckling. He was buckling Spence to me. I seen him get buckled a lot in that fight.
And go right to holding.
Right, exactly. Yep.
You seen it and I was like, I think he stunned him. It was funny too, because my girl was watching the fight with me and she was like, "Hey, wow, Porter's doing pretty good." And she was like, "How come that number ain't moving on the bottom?" And I'm like, you see Spence's numbers move up. I'm like, he got credit for Shawn's punches and his own.
Right. Exactly.
It was clear as day, man. It was clear as day. And that's what I mean about the politics of boxing. Everybody's so caught up in the politics of this guy needs this money and that. You forgetting that it's a warrior sport. It's starting to slip away. I mean, I know these guys earn their money and I know they deserve whatever they get, but at the same time, it's like, man, why can't you make this fight happen? They could make a fight happen. And I don't think that letting Spence and Crawford, what do they say, marinate? Come on, man. Last time, look what happened with AJ and Wilder. Look what happened with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. It was like watching the final episode of The Sopranos. You sitting there like, what the fuck was that? You know what I mean? Like, I just paid for this shit. I mean, of course, it was an okay fight, but we was expecting more. Everybody was disappointed. You know what I mean? And I'm like, don't let it marinate. Why these guys still got legs under them? Let it happen. And then whoever wins that fight will be number one pound for pound. And then they'll be the pay-per-view star that they're clamoring to be.
Bro, they could run it back. They could also run it back too. Just have a rematch. You know what I'm saying? And let's say they run it, Crawford, outboxes Spence. There's not that much of a wide gap as we are predicting, and it was a closer fight than we're predicting. Run it back. You know what I'm saying? But if they do fight and Crawford just embarrasses him, then I could understand, like, all right, let's move on. You know what I mean? But if that's not the case, then just make the fight. I don't see why you need to hold it up. What's the point? Are you guys trying to get Spence experience? Is that what happening? That's why you put him in there with Porter. Now you putting him in there with Danny. Are you trying to get him experience to fight Bud? Is that the plan? Because that's what it's looking like.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. It's just like you're looking at it and you're going, this guy's like, well, I'm gonna take the easier road and I'm gonna go this route, and then the guys who ain't saying nothing, like Danny Garcia, and it's like, it's a warrior sport. Don't you want to beat the best? There's a title just sitting over there, waiting for everybody who says this guy ain't all that, but yet nobody wants to go snatch that title when there's other title fights going on. Like, and Manny, they're calling Crawford a diva. It's like Manny, like, maybe I'll fight Spence, maybe I won't. And we don't really want to see him fight Spence. But if they do fight, it's gonna be an interesting fight because VADA ain't gonna be involved in that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be. I mean, come on, man.
You talking about? You said Spencer who?
Manny.
Oh man, that's the juiciest boxing ball of. Juice to the motherfucker.
No VADA, I got Manny. Hey, but how you guys see Spence moving up to 154 or moving up to 160 to fight like Canelo or Triple G or some shit like that?
Don't do it.
He better avoid Lara.
Read some litter.
He don't want none of Lara. Even if yeah, that's gonna be a problem for him because he can move his feet and he got plenty of range for him. That jab ain't gonna be as effective. So
yep.
He got all the tools for him. He gonna pot shot the shit out of him.
I agree with that.
Well, for that straight left. I'm telling you. Cuban? Come on now. You gonna go from Shawn Porter to a Cuban? That ain't the right move.
Yeah, Derrick James talking about him moving up to fight J-Rock potentially next too. So I don't know, man. I think J-Rock I think he could stop Spence. After watching that, J-Rock's inside game there's levels, man. I like Porter as a fighter. He showed grit, but Porter's inside game is not as good as J-Rock's. J-Rock's is different. It's tactical. He maneuvers your hands in the clinch. He's strong. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know. I think Spence will gain some strength moving up as well. But if you're not hurting, the 140, the real 147 pounders, not talking about Kell Brook, who just came off a life changing beating. I'm talking about like Shawn Porter. You're not really hurting him with body shots. Most likely not going to be hurting J-Rock when you move up either. So I don't know.
I mean, if he could do that to Hurd, he could do that to Spence. I think Spence is a lot sharper than Hurd is, but Hurd's got like Spence's style with the athleticism of Porter. Like he just keeps coming.
Right.
But he ain't sharp with much. So I mean, he's a little sloppy on the inside, but that dude could take a punch. Yeah, I think Hurd could beat him. I think the J-Rock could possibly beat Spence. I think that's be a fun fight to watch. Actually,
I think Harrison probably outbox Spence. His counters, jab all night. Yeah.
He ain't that big if he moves up. All them advantages go out the window. All them advantages go out the window. I mean, he's in shape. He can be sharp. He'll probably bring his speed up there with him, but I don't know. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I think it's a bad move on his part. He better get that Bud fight first, but then he's gonna have to move to 154. And even if he moves to 154, I think it's kind of a bad move. I don't see him dominating.
Nah, I don't either. And 160, I think they should just cut that out. Like that's fantasy. Like Triple G, like he will kill Spence. Triple G would kill Spence. Like he for real, like RIP. You know what I'm saying? He's dead. He's done. Finished. It's a wrap. Canelo bodies him too. I
Yeah,
think
I think.
David Lemieux, shit, start landing shots on Spence. It's over. You're going to sleep.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, what's he gonna do with Lemieux?
Take a
How he
nap.
gonna keep Lemieux off him?
Take a
That's a
nap.
good
Right?
point. Shit.
Yeah,
Here we
bro.
go. Saunders outboxes him probably with ease, looking in the stands and shit, doing other gestures.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know, cause he's a he's a he's kind of like a boxer puncher, so he sets in on his punches, but he couldn't do that at 160. No way.
Nah.
He can't hold still with them guys. Hell, nah, it'd be bad for him. He ain't go he wouldn't be able to bring his style up. It's bad business. That's a train wreck waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Chin Smoke says Spence will only beat Charlo at 154. Jamel.
uh, probably.
Oh, that'd be a good fight.
Well, they said LTBA said that he never won one round versus Spence from what he watched. So
Well,
basically,
he said that Porter.
no.
Oh, he said sparring.
He said sparring Jamel never won one round versus Errol from
Really,
what he watched.
Jamel?
Jamel Charlo,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jamel seems to be a better boxer than Jamal. Jamal got more power, but Jamel could.
He said Errol couldn't or Errol beat him every round.
Really?
Like he never even won one round with Errol. That's what he said.
Well, maybe he will bring power then up there because maybe he is starving himself at 147.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Or they
See,
could just been sparring and working on things. I think Andrade probably beats the shit out of Spence too.
bro, what was the point of Errol Spence sparring a tall ass fat boy? What was the whole point?
Yeah.
Like how is that preparing you for Sean? I don't get it. Like I get it, that might be your boy, but it's just like that. What you need somebody athletic, bro. What was he thinking?
I don't know.
Hey, I just don't understand. Like, it seems like their whole game plan is just all about power, size, strength, just be strong as hell. But that's it.
Spence
What is
probably
he
could beat
teaching you?
Munguia. Probably beat Munguia at 154. Maybe.
IBFP said that my gear might get him with the long arms and just catch him. So I don't know, bro.
Possibility.
I
There's
don't
only
Liam
know.
one way
Smith.
to train. There's only one way to train for Shawn Porter, and that's to get a whole bunch of get 10 people off the street and say knock him out in this round, and then keep switching them and have a
Mm.
bulldog in him. You know what I mean? And then work on your defense like that, because that's what he is. He's gonna keep coming. And he's just gonna swing blows, crazy blows at you, and from all angles. Kind of like Maidana, but Maidana
Did you see his little brother?
explode inside.
His little brother just fought the other day. I think it was actually on the yeah, it was on the undercard, like one of the early fights of the
No.
event. Fabian
Porter's not like Maidana because Porter's more athletic. He uses
Right,
with the
that
but I
foot
said
fake.
he
Tyson.
can't. I said he can't explode like
Oh,
Maidana
okay,
can't
yeah.
explode like him, like to
He
get
do the
to the
foot fakes
inside.
though. He know how to do the foot
Yeah,
fakes like Madonna.
But the punches look the same.
and
You know what I mean?
the Mike Tyson peekaboo that he does. You know
Madonna's
what I'm
more
saying?
accurate. I think Madonna's more accurate than Sean.
Might be.
In that fight, this recent fight, he was very accurate. So I mean, if we judging off past Sean, then I'll say Madonna is more accurate. But this last fight is very, very
Yeah,
close.
he
Looking
was
at how
accurate too. That up jab was working pretty good.
he was
You
hitting them
could
at
throw
will,
that.
bro.
Yeah,
And he was doing exactly what you were saying, Bias. Every time somebody swing, he just shell up and get in the high guard, bro. And the
Yep.
body was wide open. And they would slip up
That's
uppies while he was working the body and all of that. Like, damn, that shit was easy.
that's
And
why I
every
know
time,
J Rock bodies him. Because as he's in high guard, J Rock gonna hold his high guard there, work his body,
Straight right.
uppies, straight everything.
and
J Rock
he always
different.
he always stole the moment from Spence too. When Spence had his moments, when he had him in the corner, he would just turn him around and just beat on him. And I was like, he stole the momentum from him. He he didn't have a choice but to fight Sean's fight. Sean was in control that whole fight.
Yep.
I
Hey,
was
Spence,
I was
when he move up,
surprised that he got up though. The way he went down, I was like, he got right up. I was like, damn, that was a perfect shot. And there was some perfect angles too when they showed it in slow mo. I was like, that was a hell of a shot he caught him with. And what was that,
Yeah.
the 11th when he
Yeah.
dropped him?
yep.
He clipped
He
him.
got
Yep.
like I think he put his glove down and maybe like almost went to his knee and just stood up and was like, let's go. I was like, damn, this dude's a monster. He
Monster.
just
Yeah.
ate
Because he didn't even see the punch at all. He didn't see it at
nah.
all. He had just dropped his right hand and Errol threw it perfect, like the perfect speed and timing on it, and it landed.
Yeah, he could take a
Hey,
punch,
but
man.
is Earl special? Because I keep bringing this up because I want to make it known. Like, can he move up to 154, 160, and move up two divisions like guys that are on the pound for pound list are doing? I know that is not criteria to be,
He's
an
not a
all time
pound for
great,
pound fighter,
but
man.
it's not for pound. That is criteria. Now, can his style transition? Because I
Mm,
don't think he could go up to if he go to 154, he's gonna have to fight the Liam Smith and Vanas Martirosyan like
Yup,
that, so we can
yup.
see where he's actually at.
right, right.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good step up fight. Fight
Mm-hmm.
Liam Smith or something to get you
Mm-hmm.
acclimated to weight, and then we can see what it
He's not
really
a
is.
bad fighter. I think he's actually extremely athletic. I think that but he don't move as well as some other fighters, but he does have, I wouldn't say he's got holes in his defense, but his defense ain't bad. He just kind of like a one trick pony. So his style would match up
It's not
well with
that
certain
good.
fighters, but not with others. And if you got good feet and good movement, you're gonna give
Yeah,
that dude,
yeah,
and you got his reach, you're gonna give him a lot of issues.
yep.
He needs
He
you to
fights like
slow down.
Margarito to me, Black Margarito.
Yeah.
A little sharper and a little faster though.
Oh shit. Black
He's
water.
more athletic than Margarito though. I think. I
Yeah,
think he
a
has a
little
little
bit.
better defense. He's a little sharper and he's a little faster. So that helps him out. Some people can't get through that. You know what I mean? But someone like that's why I say, man, I think Crawford. I think it's kind of possibly an easy win. You know, uh,
Tip
just my
Crawford.
thoughts. Yeah,
I got a
Crawford, man.
70. I got a 70-30 for Crawford right now. I had it 60-40 before Crawford. It's 70-30 at this point.
I guess I'll say 70-30. That's just being generous. I'm just trying to be generous, you know. I just think
It might
Crawford
be
looks
90-10. It might be 90-10, Loki.
What about Crawford and Shawn Porter though?
that's a good fight, bro. That's a good style, man. Styles make fights. I think that that's probably out of all the styles that Crawford will have to face, that might be his most difficult. Out of Keith and him.
Yeah,
But
Keith too. Yeah,
because Keith is, he got a lot of speed too. So I just feel like
yeah,
at this point, Sean, it seems like he's getting better and better. I like
yeah.
his corner. I like his just his whole team as far as just because I feel like it's the right team for him, to get him constantly getting into these big situations where he's the champ or he might lose it on a close split or controversial, but he always still in line to stay relevant. Like Sean proved that Sean is a star too, man. Like I don't think people really giving Sean credit. Like
And
people was in there cheering for Porter by the 10th, 11th, like by the 11th round. You know what I'm saying? Because Sean was bringing the action, bro. He's bringing the
yeah,
fight to his opponent, and he always gonna be in a good fight. So Errol could try to discredit and act like Sean ain't nothing. Like man, Sean ain't never been in a boring gas fight. It's always some shit going down in the Shawn Porter fight. So
I
I've
think
been watching it.
the one thing that's overlooked about Sean is his durability. Like he been in a lot of wars and he ain't showing no side effects from them wars yet. Like I was like, let's see where Sean's at. He been in he be in some tight, strong
Sean
fights.
is just an athlete, dog.
Yeah, he can take
He's
it,
just an
man.
athlete. Man. He just, you talking about a nigga who was playing football and shit, and then so he just take that experience and just add it to his football experience. Like I mean, his boxing. He's just a different beast in there, and he
Yeah,
just he just learning how to slow it down and get it more control of his style because it was wild because he's fucking charging at you like he about to tackle you or some shit, you know.
right.
Whereas now he's just being more calculated. He's learning how to feint, get in there, He know how to close distance on you really well. He know how to dig you on the inside. He got strong legs. Shawn is just a hell of a fighter, man. He's a hell of an athlete. Errol got
Do you
taught
guys think Hurd's done, man? He took a lot of punishment, man. There's a lot of his fights, even when he fought Lera, he got like no defense.
Yeah, he looked
That
lost
was
out.
his only flaw. I'm like, this dude's got like no defense, man. He just walks through. What do you think he would do at 160? Like, I don't know, man.
Man, 1-6 shit. I
Because
mean,
that's where he's moving, right? He just gave up his
you can try
title,
to.
or he didn't give
I
up. He
mean,
gave up the fight, and not the title, but he gave up the fight, and he didn't take the rematch. He said he might be going to 160.
Demetrius Andrade would beat the hell out of you. He'd
Yeah,
beat the hell
he
out of
just
her, bro.
outboxed the shit out of him.
That'd be bad. I mean, because
Yeah.
like even though J Rock can box, I feel like Andrade is up there too. You know, he can
Oh,
box
Andre's always been up there, man. I always
all the way
had
up
him to
there.
beat the
So
Charlos. Even
that's
when
gonna
the
be a
first
beating.
fight went down and they stripped the title from him, I was like, why? He never lost. You know,
Yeah.
they just took the title and gave it to one of the Charlos. I was like, damn.
So you mean so they've been getting belts since back then, just giving belts,
Yeah,
giving belts
yeah.
away and shit.
Well, and then when you look at Jamal, when he jumped up the middleweight, he beat up that cripple and then got the #1 ranking. The dude was in
Yeah.
there, he was crippled. Dude had a broken leg. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, damn, how did they let that pass? Like, don't you got to go through some sort of medical to make sure you can fight? This motherfucker came in there like Sergio Martinez. He was like, he came in all fucked up, man. I was like, damn, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It was bad business.
Um. Yeah, man. Death of the casual community, man. That's what we at with it. You know, that era is over. The casual community era, that's over with, bro. It's done. Okay. A lot of this casual anointing that they've been putting on these certain fighters, we've seen what's happening to them. So, um, casual energy is not a successful one. Don't bring that casual energy over here. I don't want it. Don't fuck up my success. You know, so y'all brought that casual energy to Deontay Wilder. You brought it to Errol Spence, and we seeing what's happening to him. You know, these niggas is getting gifts like it's Christmas out here. You know, but we see what it really is. You know, so we just gonna tell the truth. Y'all call it hate. So truth is a new hate then. You know, I appreciate you coming on 1-2 Kid. I apologize I couldn't get you on sooner.
Oh, no
My shit was
problem, man. I
tripping.
appreciate you having me on, Black.
Yeah,
It's always a
anytime, man.
pleasure rolling with the UGC, man. I always enjoy talking with you guys. You guys are level-headed, grounded folk. So, I, yeah, I love it, man. It was nice to know that there's folks out there that think like me. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
it's
man. I
like I'm
mean,
tired.
we humble by it too because
Yeah,
we in the minority, man. The majority is out here on this dumb casual talk shit.
yeah.
Hey,
Both sides. It's ridiculous. It's
right.
just like, yeah, I can't. You see the bias coming from both sides, and it's just like, yeah.
So
But
that's what we got to deal with, man. That's why we got to keep bodying them with this truth, man. But
absolutely.
yeah, man. I want to always send my shout outs once again. Bruce fucking Vane, shout out to him. Y'all keep supporting him. Telling you that's definitely my top three best channels, man. Him, IBFP, Unbiased. So y'all keep supporting him. You know, IBFP, he got the podcast, IBFP Raw. So y'all check that out as well. And then you know, y'all support us, man. But at the end of the day, death of the casual community. So don't bring that over here. Any last thoughts? 1-2?
UGC. That's it.
All day.
Have a good one,
We
man.
out.
Take care, fellas.